Boom. Hey, how's it going? All right, can you hear me? No, we had audio settings.
Greetings PG and Jean, we are here and ready for more PG wisdom. Jim Dance, J.i.M.
And Zerochi 37 Moons, thank you!
Woo 56 months. Wow, time flies, especially when you throw your clock out the window. Doing product testing on my first t-shirt model today. It says Karen, adjective, a person who thinks they're in charge when they're not. Jim ha, Jim ha, Jim rage, Jim PG, Jim good vibes.
It's always a Karen, isn't it? 57 Moons, thank you, Catman! What's up? Hope you're doing better than the clock. Oh man, what's going on? Oh! Come on, I even gonna say Happy Mother's Day. All right, we got to do the card battle. All right, here we go. Card battle, Brian. Here's what you got to do. You got to roll, exclamation roll, once the card comes up. And basically, if you win, you get to pick any number off the bingo card, which has already started. Happy Mother's Day. We're going to get to that in a second, but we got to do a card battle. Get it out of the way. Let's go. It's a possibility. Should be able to do it. Bro. Yeah, that was Lucretia's sister. She's got very brittle bones, and you lost. Literally, according to lore. You tried.
It's Sunday, fun day, sub day. Let's go.
Sunday, let's go. I really should do the first hour. No, because we already had a card battle, so now I got to put it in there. Let's do. I got to call it card battle. Boom. All right, good. Trying to keep up with the game, too, while doing everything. All right, cool. Happy Mother's Day. DJC, thank you. 64 moons. I appreciate. Good morning. Speed. Let me say hi to people. ADJ, hi. Speed Claus, hi. What's up? How's it going? First time chat. Dude, you just helped bingo. You know what that means? I gotta mark it off. Where the hell is it? Where is it? Hell is not a swear word. What number is it? Oh, God. Did you put it all the way at the bottom? I'll just type it in. I got to do it. I got to type it in. Now, people get fierce about their bingo, all right? Oh, it was number 6.
The people have seen the shirts so far. Enjoy it. One person gave me suggestion to add an illustration of a woman yelling at someone.
There you go. Sunlight's terrible. Always yell at sunlight. Oh, man. Okay, I got that. All right, ADJ, hell is other people. You're not wrong. Bacon Chainsaw, hi. Hope you're doing well. Lieutenant, hi. What's up? ADJ, Brian Wolfnick, Meowstick, hi. Seven Stream Watch Street. What's up? Malenko, hi. Oof. I know, man. Brittle bones and everything. DJC, hi. With the Clota Warrior, hi. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Dude, it's Mother's Day. Call your mother. You called your mother, didn't you? Yeah. We're like, hey, what you doing today? Well, I don't want to be bothered. Now we know where you get it from. You ever just, all right, hypothetically, you're one of those person, you're in that state, you don't want to get bothered, but it happens on Mother's Day, but you're the mom. So you got to hope that your kids are going to be like, all right, no, I get you. I got you. I won't bother you today, but next week we might have to have pizza. Oh, God. Go.
Can I get soon good vibes? This will be my first Mother's Day without any mothers, as my mom passed on Easter and my stepmom passed last year.
But hey, there's always a way to remember moms from ye olden times. You can, you got those little things. You set up a little ofrenda, That's what they do during Day of the Dead and stuff like that. It's helpful. It's very expunging, and they're always around. I don't know if that's consoling or scary. I don't know the level of good vibes we need, but we're going to do this one. That's not good vibes. That's me yelling. No, that's happy birthday. Good vibes. There you go. I literally fat fingered everything. Good vibes. Oh, God. Dude, it's been a day, man. My keyboard got shifted. Anybody here into like touch typing and stuff like that, where blah, blah, blah. If your keyboard moves over like slightly, all the keys are just, it's ridiculous. Oh, God. Good vibes. We could bring out the heavy-handed good vibes. I just don't know if it's required. Do we need a heavy-handed good vibes with the fun schmaltzy song that makes people slightly sad but optimistic? My book came in from eBay. Hey, you got your book. Nice. Here you go. My grandmother passed away 10 years ago. Your grandma passed away like more than that. I don't know. What do you do? Don't worry. We got plenty of secondhand smoke from them to always remember them by. Yeah, every time I'm a little wheezy, I'm like, thanks, Grandma. Okay. Yeah, you're like that kids from Bob's Burgers sometimes, you know? Hey, guys, you want to have fun? Let's go run around a block. Oh, God. Is there a bingo slot for Fat Finger Keyboard? No, but there should be. Rudy, there you go. Oh, man. So who's doing what? Does anybody do anything fun? Anybody? 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 Pauline, stay awake. No, we already called it. Beethoven Biography of a Genius by George R. Marek. Marek! Oh, dude, we actually did stuff this week. We actually did stuff reluctantly, but we did stuff this week. We went running around. We got to see all the doctors. We got to do all sorts of things. We made observations. We had to go to a Best Buy because it was on the way to something else we had to go do, which was kind of fun, but not really fun. And then we did this other thing, but we saw some stuff we get to talk about. And then we went to this other place and we picked up a thing, and then maybe it's a thing I could show you. We'll see. Let's see. The book was published in 1969. It's 56 years old. Nice. It's an antique at this point. People to see the show. Go. Oh, God. Yeah, no, that hyperacusis really lets you know when you hear pitches like that. What was that, a Tangia? Where is it? Tangia used. It has been used. Are we at 50 viewers yet?
I'm playing with my new Cricut knockoff machine, trying to put together a couple more shirts to prototype.
There you go. Cricut. I never got a chance to use one of those. I was thinking about getting one, but then I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. No, it's a lot more work than I want to do. I'm already doing too much. My face hurts. What the hell was I looking up? Oh, yeah, I know what I was looking up. Hold on. The bingo, man. Yeah, we're at that. All right, cool. It's early on, but I got it. I might as well call it now, man. Just could help somebody out. Call it. And hold on, before anything else happens, let me check my card, because every week I forget to join and I don't check my card, and then I could have won and I don't. Seriously, first hour should be easy mode. Feel like just to get that out of control. What's up? It's Diamond's got another card. Thank you. What's that? 60 viewers here. Nice, cool. We got a portal dilemma fixing code. Portal dilemmas. That's the worst. Oh, good. No, there's other dilemmas too. I'm going to talk about those dilemmas. See the character mount of the portal. What a person to selectively hit with one camera. That's a lot of work. That was good coding back in the day, though. I managed to get a 56-year-old book in basically perfect condition on eBay for $20. Yeah, well, people, when it comes to book, a lot of people are either obsessive about books or they don't care. Like, you can find like tons of books just like in Goodwills and stuff, and usually they're somewhat pretty good condition, and they're like for pennies. Speaking of which, dude, we found 11 cents on the ground. IRL money, 11 cents. A dime and a penny. I was amazed. All right. It's a good week. Money is money. All right. Doesn't matter what type it is. Pennies get thrown on the floor. I'm there picking them up. I've physical cash. That's what amazed me. I was like, oh my God, physical money? So who's doing what? Got cricket. Got that, read that, it's diamond, good vibes. Read that, Lincoln. No, I figured a lot of people could be doing Mother's Day stuff because Mother's Day. That's where everybody goes out to the restaurants, and then all the menus are different. It's like Valentine's Day, but with an older woman, So, yeah, that's usually how the menus go. I can't stand that. But, dude, you found some comics and manga at a Goodwill? I only found like one or two every once in a while. And then like 1,000 books on how to draw manga. But like the bad ones that are like, oh, here's how you draw manga the American way. And it's like, oh, bleh. That kind of thing. And it just looks stupid. Every one of those books. That and a lot of, dude, I have seen more copies of Hunger Games than I've seen of I think, any other book. Besides maybe Twilight. Every time I look at books in like thrift stores and stuff, it's like just Hunger Games, whatever that Divergent series is, and then, God, just Twilight. Supersize emote coming in. Go. Somebody did that for a reason. I don't know. What number is it? What number is it? I need numbers. I've really got to memorize these things. Now, sometimes I'm either really good with numbers or sometimes I'm absolutely terrible with them. Supersize emote. Number 20. Boop. I'll call technical issue because I flubbed it. All right. Because it's right there. Let's see if that helps me out. No, it doesn't. Okay. Hopefully it sells as many copies as Hunger Games. One day? You think it will? That's kind of jiggly. That was pretty good. You did pretty good for pixel art. That was like one of your first tries out, right? For pixel art? That's not bad. Good job. I get self-conscious when it comes to picking up money from the ground. Oh, I never do. I never do. If somebody's like, what are you doing, picking up money? I'm like, yes. Are you not picking up money? You're like, I know I have a lot less, I think I'm a little less self-conscious about myself when I always know I have a retort just in my back pocket. At an instant, so I can say something sarcastic and put somebody in their place. What's up?
Hey, Pumpkin and Pauline, you got some candy for me?
Yeah, you didn't get it when it came in? It was by the door. There was a whole bucket. Why don't you take all the candy? What? Is it one of those things where we have to do the candy rain? Yeah, there's some candy. So the good thing is, it's right there. I can just call it. Boop. Call it. Boom. Nice. I had to turn it off. If I don't turn it off, the next time I come to the screen, it just goes on again. Do the candy rain. What's up? Spotted Changes parking lot was a game we played. Mom taught us. There you go. That and always check the payphones. We saw a payphone at a Dunkin' Donuts. It was like, I almost wanted to ask if it worked, but I didn't want to get into a conversation. Should buy a bag. Buy a bag? What's to buy a bag? Bag of what? Bag of what? I love candy. Oh, yeah, bag of candy. Why wouldn't you get a bag of candy? Always get a bag of candy. Who wants coffee? I do. Might help somebody out. Oh, God, I don't know what's going to come up, but I have not had enough caffeine. No, we went to sleep like late for some reason. Oh, God. Good luck. Oh, it's cute. Okay. Oh, the coffee's not bad either. Not bad coffee. Cards aren't spicy. Boom. Nice. I hear just got to lurk. Dreamer, lurk away. So, gonna put candy in my coffee and get ultimate high. That's what we had to do. Oh, no, we're gonna make peanut butter cookies and use coffee instead of water. And a stretch. Oh, God. I really got to start the bingo game like later on. What is it? Do we gotta stretch? Where is this? Streech. We're gonna streech. We're streeching, chat. Okay, that's it. That's all I do. Nah, man, I'm all jank up. I can only move so much. Go.
Good morning, everyone. I am just waking up after staying awake until 5 a.m. online with some friends. Enjoying my 2 days off and doing nothing.
Hey, there you go, dude. Days off. Let's go. Those used to be fun. I know, do something fun. Like when you get a day off, you're just like, bleh. You'll just lay on the floor, stare at the ceiling. Wait for images to emerge from the creative mind that is. And then before you know it, you got a panoramic view of what's happening in your mind on the ceiling. Some call it hallucination. Some people call it fantasy. Some people just call it imagination. What? Make up pictures in your mind. It's fun. Stretch. Oh, we got to stretch. I did that. No, but thank you. Appreciate it. I say, coffee is always good. Yes, it is. No, dude, because we make peanut butter cookies. All right. No. We got a super simple recipe. We kind of eyeball it, so I don't have exact measurements here. Powdered peanut butter, right? Instead of using water, use coffee. All right. No, when you mix it up, use coffee instead. Now, screw water. That's not coffee. Then you get a bunch of agave. You just put that in there. You eyeball it, all right? Along with an egg. You throw an egg in there. And I'm saying the tiniest bit of vinegar you can find. People are like, what, vinegar in a cookie? No. It helps it raise a little bit. All right, here's what happens. When you cook that thing, it's going to be like the outside is going to be like pudding skin and the inside is going to be like pudding. It's so bizarre and weird, but delicious. Also very earthy. Mind that. It is made with coffee. It is not, the agave sweet, but not that sweet. I make weird, crazy crap sometimes, and I don't care. I don't care at all. Yeah, about to start making coffee. Definitely start making coffee. Couldn't agree more. Screw water, coffee forever. I know, man. Water is just, I don't know. Bleh. What's up, Timmy? What's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well on this Mother's Day. All right. It's still Mother's Day if you're a fur mom.
I will be walking across the stage to officially mark my graduation from college.
Hey!
As well, I have new responsibilities at work that involves training new hires.
That's not fun. That's not fun. I don't want to train new people. Those are the ones that make all the mistakes. Speaking of which, somebody remind me of the DMV. No, but dude, congratulations. Hey, dude, that's good. Graduating, you don't got to deal with that crap anymore. No more paperwork, none of that. None of that garbage. Hedl saying hi. Giant toast. No, man, dude, college. I mean, I like college, but, an art school doesn't count as college. It's like, here's bigger paper to play with, Yeah, it's like going to daycare, but instead of crayons, they give you paint. Somebody's going to be like, I went to art school. I'm like, yeah, and then you should know what I'm talking about. But it's not an insult. It was fun. It's a little pricey for crayons. Let's see, we could read that. Think I'm all up to date. All right, we got things to complain about. All right. We had to go to the DMV. Dumb mother vehicles. Okay, here's the thing. I know you posted the comic strip, but I'm going to say it here because it sounds fun when I actually say it. The DMV is where all bad driving is legalized, okay? It is without a doubt. That is, as soon as you go in there, that's where bad driving starts. That is exactly, everyone says, yeah, here's your license to go bad drive. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, we weren't even there for a driver's license. We were there for a non-driver's ID. Because for those who don't know, here in the States, they got to do this, what is it, real ID crap? Yeah. So if I ever want to get on a plane, even though I got a passport, they still want you to have real ID and stuff like that. My passport's going to expire relatively soon. So we wanted to have a smooth transition and not be without ID in case budget cuts make passports take 3 years to get processed. Could happen. You don't know. All right. So we go in there and we're going through the requirement list, the prerequisite list of everything you need. All right. Everything we need.
You really think you should be having more caffeine?
Always.
Do you really think you should be asking me if I should have more caffeine?
Thank you. No. So dude, right? We go in there. You need IDs to prove yourself, right? So we got our passport, we got a social security card, but we're like, all right, you need two bills with your address, you need this, you need that, blah, blah, blah. We got basically everything we could think of on a list. Everything. We brought even stuff. We got literally a fingerprint chart of our fingerprints that was taken by official police, not for something bad, in case if we went missing as a child. We had that thing. We had our literal baptism paperwork. You didn't burst into flames. That was pretty cool. I guess they had to test the waters, as it were. We had our confirmation things. We had report cards. We had immunization things from when you were an infant. We got like everything. We go in there. We plop down all this stuff. I got all of what you want. I am who I am. Woman behind the counter takes like the social security card and like a water bill. I'm like, do you need anything else? She's like, nah, that's all right. Whatever. And she just said, I'm like, I got fingerprints. She's like, no, I don't need that. I got baptized. No, I don't need that either. You want my passport? She's like, I saw it. So I go through all this trouble because I'm always thinking I'm underprepared. I go there with a stack of stuff. Everything Everything. I got receipts from stuff that I didn't even knew it existed, but within a time frame that still is relevant. I'm like, what? So they're like, yeah, whatever, stand there, take a picture. Poof, flash bulb. You look worried. I think you were like half blinking when it happened. So whatever. And apparently, you know, that's the thing. Kind of an uneventful, but just utter chaos. I'm like, it almost worried me that they didn't ask me for all the information.
Went to a DMV once to get a non-driver's ID only for the clerk to tell my mom that my military-issued birth certificate wasn't legal and to get another one.
That's the other thing. We had a birth certificate. They didn't even look at it. We literally had our birth certificate. I'm like, I got birth certificate. No, I don't need it. It literally says you need 2 form of these main things and at least 2 from this other thing. And I'm like, I got this, that literally social security card. The unlaminated weird little piece of paper that could just disintegrate if you blew on it the wrong way. Which apparently we're supposed to hold on to for the rest of our lives.
75 viewers.
I'll get to it. And I'm just like, really? They didn't do any, maybe they just like, yeah, they got so much stuff here, like whatever, you know, and they were just kind of fine with it. But dude, I had everything. I had everything. I was prepared. And they didn't care. But, I mean, the wait wasn't long. They wouldn't even let you in the building until your number was called. Here's a weird thing. Okay, back in the day when we went to the DMV, the last time you went, you had to drop off somebody's plates and you were in there for 3 hours. Oh, God. Yeah, you did it as a favor. Good job. So, bro, like, dude, they wouldn't even let us in the building. They're like, you know, you have to register online. So if you're going to go to the DMV, at least in our state, you got to register online and you got to wait for like, it was a couple of weeks before they would even see you. And then it was like, they wouldn't let you in until like 10 minutes before. I'm like, all right, I'm here for my blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, no, you're a little early. No, you can't come in here till 10 minutes before. I'm like, so what do I do? You can wait over there. You mean outside? Yeah, outside. All right, I guess. I'm like, what? I couldn't even be in the building. What? Yeah, so a lot of people out there, you know, you see all the nervous people taking their driving test. Oh, God. Everybody else very disgruntled to be there. The one old lady who didn't even know they had to register online, so they just show up anyway. And you're just like, well, on the line? What? I'm not on the line. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. Who's on first? Oh, my God. My candy counter stuck at 840. What? Why? That's weird. Yeah, so that was that. But, you know, after that, because we were kind of in an area, we had to do other things anyway. Best Buy. We went to the magical Best Buy. We haven't been to a Best Buy in forever. And my main question about Best Buy is, why doesn't anybody at Best Buy work for Best Buy? You need a spicy card battle to win bingo, but I can't redeem card battle. No, there's a cooldown. You got to make it special because, see, that's how important it is. You could just win it. You could just win it like that, willy-nilly. Yeah. So we went, dude, every person there, we were asking questions because Dawn was looking at because we're not buying one, but we wanted to look at one in IRL. You know, the little handheld gaming things. There was like the Lenovo thing. What's the other one? The Rogue Ally, and the Lenovo Go or whatever. We're like, oh, well, do you have these on display? And they're like, oh, I don't work here. I work for this company. And we're like, well, all right. So looking around, oh, excuse me. I don't work here. I work for, you know, Windows. I'm like, okay, do you have, no, I work for Mac. I work Apple. Okay, what about, I work for Lenovo. Oh, good. Oh, at least somebody here. Lenovo, do you have the Lenovo Go that we can look at? And you're like, yeah, it's right over here. All right. So, okay, here's the thing. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Really want to get a Retroid Pocket Flip 2. To get one. I don't know how much that costs, so maybe not. Is it like, dude, everybody worked for every other like little kiosk that was in there aside from, I saw like 2 people with blue shirts. They're outsourcing? Like, what the hell is that? Because there was people specifically working for Lenovo, one for Microsoft, one for Apple, I think one for Samsung, one for whatever phone company they had in there. Was it Verizon, AT&T, or something like that? And then there was like one blue shirt by the TVs, some audio specialist that dealt with just speakers. Go.
Hey PG, good to see you. I'm existing within space-time. Got good news though.
Hey.
My shift is changing to Monday to Thursday 12:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. for a month until it goes overnight 3:30 to 4 getting...
We're getting a raise alongside that for shift differential. Now $28. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, that's big money. That's almost like doctor money. That's crazy. That's good. Congratulations. I know, bring extra coffee though. Having specialists in store is a good thing, actually. Not if they don't know what the hell I want. Oh, sorry, I can't help you. I work for Lenovo. So you don't know anything about computers. I could tell you about Lenovo. I don't want a Lenovo. I can't help you. Can anyone else? No. Basically, it limited it. No. I kind of like the jack of all trades approach. I don't need specialists. Specialists are, here's the thing about specialists. Specialists are people who are ignoring everything else but what they like. Okay, I don't like that. Thanks for the follow. No, okay, because, hey, I grew up in a time when Radio Shack actually had people who knew just about everything. It was a bunch of tech geeks that just hung around these weird drawers of diodes, and we already talked about this, but I needed something. I knew somebody in there that would actually know what the hell they're talking about. Now I go into a Best Buy, I'm like, well, what about this? What about, I don't know, not my field. Oh, the guy who knows about that stuff, he's on lunch. If you come back at 3 o'clock, he'll be here. Off. I'm not doing any of that. I didn't swear. Yeah, it's kind of, it's annoying. You see, I don't have what? Working career, I get work time. Oh, I don't know what you got.
Companies don't care. They want specialists who talk about their own product, not about other companies.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me. Here's the thing, I'm the consumer. If there's a particular product I want somebody there. What if I go there and they're on break? Then nobody's going to help me when I want to talk about, I don't know, Omen laptops or something. Sorry, I can't talk about Omen laptops. It's not my brand. It's not your brand. It's not what? It's not an Apple. Okay, I understand you're dealing with a deficiency here, but still.
So you don't want somebody who is a specialist in neurosurgery to work on your brain if you have cancer in your skull?
Medical stuff is the exception. Don't be that person.
Somebody who is a specialist in neurosurgery working there or end up like the orange Cheeto man.
I'm not even answering that. There's always you're that person who's like, yeah, but what about specialists who work on the brain? Come on, dude. I'd rather have robots do it. At this point, I'd rather have robots. I want to walk into Best Buy and be like, okay, attention robots. I need a computer that can do this, and also this. And then have a little droid like R2-D2 just bring up the perfect laptop for me and say, enjoy the rest of your day. Beep, boop, boop, boop. And that's it, and go home. Same thing with neurosurgeons. Let's see. They don't care about you as a customer, they care about your wallet. Well, I mean, everyone's kind of like that. This is why I don't even bother. Oh my God, dude, we saw the color Kindle. Nah, man, color e-ink. They had one on display. Thankfully, now I know I don't need to buy it. Dude, color e-ink ain't there yet. I had the highest of hopes for color e-ink until I saw it in person. Yeah. It's not good, dude. All the colors look washed out to me. I'm just like, this isn't really great. It's like, all right, well, it's in color. It's okay. And it doesn't really look like paper. What's the point of having backlight on it if it just washes out the colors? Turn that crap off. Oh, yeah, but you need backlight in dark places or you can't see it. Well, then get a lamp. I don't want to get a lamp. I want to sit there in darkness and ruin my retinas. Whatever. Modern businesses don't want passionate employees with experience and knowledge. Yeah, they're very threatening. Oh, God. No, dude, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm just like, whatever. I'm getting coffee. I'm getting coffee. It might help somebody out. You know, it's weird. Half this coffee was good and then half of it's okay. Like it got worse towards the bottom. Not spicy. I almost dropped a full cup of coffee, though. That would have sucked. All right. What's that? Hold on. I missed that. That's like apples talking about oranges. Stop talking about the oranges. You don't know them. You don't know how they grew up. Oh, God. Dude, I don't want a Lenovo. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm walking through Best Buy. It just looks like a bunch of weird little, you know when Radio Shack just had a bunch of phone kiosks? That's basically what Best Buy is to me now. Just a bunch of little kiosks of crap. And then I want to say open warehouse of large televisions and a couple of appliances in the back. And I'm just like, this place sucks. Use Discord mod client. What? Community revenge. Why? Oh, did anybody get an update on what happened to Sora? Anyone? Can't see. Oh, we just did one. The TJC's got one coming up. We'll do it in order. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it in order. If it's a spicy card battle, I'm calling spicy card battle first. And then if they win, then I call that. And then we see what happens. Because then that's wheel spin. All right. No. Just heads up for people who know Sora. Apparently they had their account hacked or something. So beware links from them for the moment. Till they get it back. It could have been resolved already. I don't keep up with stuff. No, they're usually in Don's community. I just want to keep people a heads up. I don't know. It happens. Sora's back. Oh, Sora's back already. All right, never mind. Strike that. Hey, Sora's back. Oh, man. No, I just wanted to make sure. No, man, dude, the internet sucks. You know? All right, we got to do a card battle. All right, DJC, you got to roll better than... Another 12. Not spicy. Ah, they did it. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. 14. Winner. For now, you shall pick a number, any number, off the bingo card. 53. Oh, that was quick. You're like, I know what I want, dude. Fit a tree. Hype train, leave it 2. Boom. Call it. There we go. And DJC won. Hey, there you go. Someone won bingo. That was got called too. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. There we go. All right, that means wheel spin. That means wheel spin. DJ's getting a wheel spin. Shady God also won. Close, dude. All right, hold on. No, I got to do this because this is the thing. Boop. All right, easy mode. Hold on, let me call that too. Man, I got so much stuff happening here now. Easy mode number 17. All right. Okay. All right, DJC is going to do a spin on the wheel of itchy prizes. They're like, what? What do you mean itchy prizes? All right, dude. You get any, we're going to have a wheel spin. There's going to be stuff on there. This we just put out. The Island series. So there's a VOD for that for people who need it. It's not on a wheel, but I'll probably put it on there later. Yeah, so it could be music, could be comic, could be a movie, music, well, you know, something from the big old shop of Ill Pressery. So we're going to do that. Let's see. Right about now. DJC, you here? Where are you? Where are you, bro? Dude.
What's the deal? Let's spin the wheel. 'Cause you won bingo. Let's go. Spin that freaking wheel.
Let's spin that wheel. See what they get. Dabba-dabba-doo. All right, we got Article Year Season 1 VOD. Hey, there you go. A complete collection of the original series, Season 1 of Neurotically Yours. All the weird, crazy crap you probably shouldn't have watched as a kid, you get to rewatch again as an adult and be like, damn, why wasn't I supervised? Do, 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 do. I'm getting the code together. All right, let me get the code. Where's the code? Where's the code? There it is, number 1. Dum bum bum. Do 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 do. Download keys. Create a download key. I got it. Doing that. Gonna whisper it to you. Boom. Shadada. There you go. It has been whispered. Also, I think I gotta do things randomly. Where is it? Random singing. All right, where's the wheel spin? Man, dude, I really need to organize these. Wheel spin happens. Boom. Nice. All right. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Boom. I think we're all caught up. Are we? I think we are. Cool. Hey. If for some reason you already have it, you can always send a link to somebody else. Just saying. It's not account bound until you bind it. Let's see. Did it? I want so much already. Good, I can't do bingo. Less frustrating winning what I already have. Yeah, it can happen. Well, that's the thing. If you win something that you already have, you just, hey, cat. Weird, crazy cat. So, thank you. Oh, no, that was the other thing. There was another thing that happened. Oh, man. No, it was a sound alert. That happened? Yeah, somebody did a sound alert. Boop. Cool. All right. All right, does this help? Any of this help me out? Let's see. We got nothing. I'm so terrible at bingo. I don't understand how you can be terrible at bingo. It's like I'm consistently bad at it. It's like the RNG is not in my favor. In other things it is, but not this. Hold on. Oh, man. Thing got jacked up. Are we good? I think we're good. Good? All right, good. Need 22. Number 22, bro. I say, do. Wish I could use Tangia. I ran out of coffee. Not yet. Yep.
Also, since I sold my Switch for my pre-order, I've been doing more puzzles. Just finished one featuring Samus Aran. About to start flying.
Hey, there you go. Oh, we got some Switch news too. All right, let's complain about them for a little while. Oh no. Well, there's 2 other things I got to talk about IRL, but this is an issue for me. All right? Because apparently, according to new agreements, new Nintendo EULA says it can render consoles permanently unusable if piracy or modifications are detected. Okay. Until Nintendo stops picking on Pal World, in my opinion, I'm pretty much on the I basically don't like anything Nintendo because they're mean bullies right now. Okay? So yeah, apparently they're rolling out stuff.
One day I'll stop swipe texting. Apparently not today. I meant gluing, not flying.
It worked. I know what you meant. Glue it. Glue it. Okay. So this thing. Thank you. There is always an issue with this Nintendo thing. So apparently they want to roll out a thing, or at least they're saying that if they want, and you're messing around with the Switch or something, they're just gonna brick it. Nintendo can render consoles unusable for breaking its user agreement. Thanks, Nintendo. What bothers me is like what it considers piracy. Like shutting down a Switch or Wii U isn't the most extreme punishment, blah, 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 blah. So, all right, here's the thing. Let's leave this. The red always seems ominous and bad. Okay, now, in theory, all right, now technically jailbreaking or rooting a phone is perfectly legal according to courts. So, I don't know how Nintendo's going to be able to work around this by bricking somebody's system when technically the act of rooting, jailbreaking something is considered technically legal, at least in the States. What do you mean? What do you mean 41? What happened in 41 that's everybody's so eager about? What is 41? What is 41? You make me go down a list, 100 viewers. Are you sure? I don't feel like there's 100 viewers here. There's 96. It says 96. It says 96. I'm refreshing just in case. It still says 96. You saw 101. When? I see 96. Do I trust them? 96. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you got to get, you see 98. Yo, come on. Somebody get there. All right, whatever. Close enough. Close enough. I'll trust them on that. I'll trust them. I'll assume somebody told me to hydrate. And I'll assume somebody told me to posture check. Okay. So now, Shady Gun, Panther, DJC, so far, all won bingo. Did I win bingo? Did I win the bingo? Oingo bingo? No? No, I did not. God. The worst RNG. I feel like a speedrunner. It's terrible. Why can't I win bingo? If you're ever keeping your keys straight, you should stream. What? Get a stream make. You can put a little pictures on keys. No, I had one. Don has it now. Thank you, Flutterdash. Not a Steam Deck thing. Stream Deck. Yeah, one of the reasons I don't want to use it is technically it's associated with Logitech. So no. I'm usually going with my hotkeys. It's my fat fingers that are a problem. Oh, man. Yeah, so, okay, if Nintendo's going to be doing this bombastic crap of, I guess, threatening people, like, how's that gonna play out legally? Because it's like, can it, look, I mean, a brick modified Swiss system following new agreement.
This is why digital games are bad. Nintendo just proved it.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows digital games are terrible because it's like, you know, your ownership is always in question. You know, it's like, wasn't there like a case of somebody who had a PlayStation account and they were banned and they lost all their digital games? It was like thousands of dollars. Geez. Training. Yeah. Okay, there you go. The new agreement stated Nintendo reserves the right to make players' consoles permanently unusable if any of the outlined restrictions were violated, including bypassing, modding, or deciphering any of the functions, or decrypting, any of the functions or protections of the Nintendo account services, as well to obtain, install, or use any unauthorized copies of Nintendo account services. Like, aren't you legally allowed to just root or jailbreak something? I don't know. I'm getting tired of it. Again, it's like the dude from Steam said, you know, piracy is usually a service issue. And your service sucks, Nintendo, at least in my opinion. Your ability to have backwards compatibility is shaky. You've made people rebuy games perpetually for the entirety of your life cycle for 40 years plus. Flirty Dash, thank you. And it's like, at this point, I'm just like, I don't care if this company fails. I really don't. They won't, because they got enough IPs to sell and make movies and stuff like that. But come on. It's like after a while, I'm just like, I got no sympathy for the devil. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Crash and burn, bruh. You know? If I buy something, I should own that junk. Nintendo, what? Over here, thinking of Ferrari. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. At what point in our consumer, you know, consumption did the things we buy become like, you kind of own it? You know? I mean, the last handful of devices you were able to actually crack open and modify are like what? Old iPods, older consoles, you know, stuff like that. But once everything got tied into online services and stuff, it became real tricky, you know? Because now that hardware is tied to software, which is a whole other thing. So, you know, you can't bypass the software because blah, blah, blah. And this thing's associated with that. And it's needed this to do that. If you're violating this, it's a trickle-down effect. So you can't use this thing because you're using it to do this. You know, that kind of crap. And it's just like, can we just have something fun? I shouldn't have to worry about buying a digital game and wondering if it's still going to be there when I want to play it. You know? Like, it's getting a little ridiculous. You know, books, music, all this crap. I'm just like, bro. Yeah. And it's like, you can't, especially with gaming, you can't even be like, well, you should still buy physical. Yeah, why? You almost can at this point because the full game is never on there. You can. We've talked about this numerous times. The complete game is never on the disc. You're lucky if it even installs from the disk. It usually just puts it in there and it's like, oh yeah, you own this. All right, let's download the whole thing. Forget about the discs now. Yeah. Just ridiculous. Nintendo will be fine. I don't play their games after Wii, but I'm sure the products will sell well. Yeah, I mean, you know, the consoles will sell well because most of your general consumers aren't going to be worried about this. This is really just affecting like modder communities and stuff. Your average person who has a Switch, your average person, not people who are like, you know, let's see if we can do this with this. No. We're talking about your average person. They buy it, they play their games, they're happy with that. That's it. You know, we're not even talking about mid-level users. We're talking about remedial. I press this button, you know, he jumps, that kind of thing. We're not even talking about, you know, intermediate, you know. Oh, I'm going to put all these, you know, ROMs on this SD card and put it in there, and I'm going to put this program, and oh, no, my thing's bricked. We're not, nah. That's what I'm saying. Most of those, your average consumer isn't even going to acknowledge that this is an issue, you know? Ownership has to do a lot of preservations of media. Go.
Press X to not die.
Exactly. No, but the concept of ownership doesn't even apply anymore because you're not even buying ownership. You're buying a license to use. That's basically how it is now. It's like, you know, when you get a book from Amazon, you bought a license to have it on that device. And that could be revoked at any time. Same thing with games. It generally doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes it does. And it's those few instances where it does happen. People are like, oh my God, no. Yeah. You know, it's, I want coffee. I own my coffee, at least for a little while. Not spicy. Ad break. What you mean ad break? Have I been on for an hour? Oh God, go.
52 moons with Pum'Kin guy. Take this sweet Bezos money.
Taking the Bezos bucks. Thank you. Artificial program.
Technically, you rent your coffee.
Yeah, but I know where it goes. You know? And based on the power of my bladder, I can hold it as long as I want. Till it becomes painful. Let's see. 1 hour plus. Yeah, weird. One day Disney will buy the rights to Foamy. No, we'll dump it in a public domain before that happens. What? You don't think I will, dude? What? I'd be that like, you know what? If I can't have it, nobody or everyone can. That kind of thing. You rent it. What? Your money should be your ownership. Go. Thank you. Hey, Meso one bingo. Cool. Nice. Your money should be your ownership and stay on your account. Even if you're removed from servers, there should be a way to keep it on your account no matter what. Steam does that. There are games that have been delisted from Steam and they're still in your library and you still have access to them. You know, so even if they're not installed in your hard drive, you can still download them.
Public domain Foamy would turn into a horror movie quick.
Yeah, probably. But it would eventually anyway. All right. No, if it goes to the public domain, I'm dead. And I don't care. I'm dead. Yeah. I'm dead, dude. Whatever. Nintendo is heartless. What are those kind of ham-fisted companies that are just like, yeah, money, don't care. Yeah, but you're destroying the lives, don't care, money, you know? No, and the more and more that becomes apparent, you realize that Nintendo isn't a very, I guess, concerned company about their consumers. They claim they are, but, you know, there should be a sense of fairness. Thank you. And I think it's just like, there is like a weird, oh God, because you get into this weird morality of it where it's like, okay, you know, certain people, certain modders and a lot of pirates who, you know, get stuff from wherever feel entitled like they should. Like, oh, I should be able to do this. And I get that because, you know, I feel partially right. But do they want to modify something so they can steal stuff? That's the whole thing. A lot of people do. And a lot of people feel it's the right to. But at the core of that, it's kind of like, well, then technically, I mean, you are stealing stuff, which is wrong. But then it's like, well, nobody's making it available, and then these games are just going to be lost forever. And then you're like, well, yeah, because then it's like piracy ends up taking on a preservation sort of aspect that people feel like they're doing something right, you know? But I don't think we all got to worry about people, you know, preserving Breath of the Wild quite yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm preserving it. What do you mean you're preserving it? The game just came out. You're not preserving nothing. It didn't even collect dust yet. What are you preserving it? Get out of here. You know, like some old weird 8-bit game nobody knows about. The publisher's defunct. That's okay. As far as I'm concerned, abandonware, as it were. Go for it. Yeah. Wait, I'm in an ad. That's not my fault. Oh, man. Shut hi, what's up? You can't sneak in here. I read chat sometimes. Nintendo emulator is not even worth it. Most of the games are part of the actual Nintendo Switch exclusives like Zelda and Mario. Yeah, that's true. Go.
There's a difference between theft over preservation. I'm not saying it's exclusive, but I don't respect a fox that dresses in a chicken costume.
Yeah, there's that. Thank you. I know, it's kind of weird. There is something to be said about it. You know, it's kind of like, it used to be a big thing with music and movies and, you know, now games. It's just like everybody would pirate all these weird, rare things from particular bands, movies that are really old, especially in the horror community or whatever. And, you know, they would trade them and do stuff, you know, conventions, tapes, whatever at the time. And it's like, if nobody ever did that, that stuff would just be gone, you know? And if you think about like classic rock artists, Hendrix, Bob Dylan, and all those other people, even older stuff now, like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, all those concerts that were recorded by like bootleggers and stuff back in the day, dude, those things wouldn't exist unless somebody said, you know what, let me hit that record button, you know, that kind of thing. And I mean, it's important. At the time, people were just like, hey, you know, but as 30, 40 years go by, you're like, oh, good, I'm glad somebody did that. It would have been a lost concert forever. It would have been a lost movie forever. You know, think of all the Doctor Who stuff that got salvaged because some geeky dude was just like, dude, I got to tape Doctor Who. Yeah. Because the people who actually owned the content weren't smart enough to preserve it. Yeah. There's your problem. Pirating equals saving. Sometimes pirating is just stealing. So there's a fine line. It's always a case-by-case basis. You know, if somebody's like, oh, I'm preserving, and it's like something that just came out, you know? It's like, what do you mean you're preserving the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Where is it going? Where is it not available? Well, you know, just in case Disney loses. What are you talking about? You know, that kind of thing. You know. Go.
There's a lot of scammers out there. I write fan fiction and people are constantly asking me to pay for them to make a piece of art. Even in your Discord. People will abuse anything to make a buck.
Well, that's when you just say, no, go to hell. And you know what? Chances are they're not going to make the artwork. They're just going to churn out some AI and say, yeah, give me $50. You could do that yourself, dude. You need art for your fan fiction. Do it for yourself. You don't got the budget? There you go. Doctor Who, Second Doctor still has missing episodes because not many people bought copies of it. See, that's what I'm saying. Good job, humanity. Ruining everything. All right. So, now that Nintendo's out of the way. I will say, hey, going back to the gaming handheld thing, because, you know, there are other better gaming handhelds than the Switch 2. Dude, well, the Rogue Ally wasn't working. Good job, Best Buy. That is the first thing you want to do, is have a display item that's not working. That's how you sell devices. Anyway, the Lenovo worked. The Lenovo Go, that screen is nice. Of course, it was held down by metal weights, so I don't know how actual heavy that thing was. But it looked nice. It's got a full functioning Windows in there, so even if I wanted to play games, I could still do work. Every time I buy a device, I got to see if you know how people try to see if they can run Doom on everything? This is the way we are about that old Flash program we use. Can it run Flash 4.0? That's my whole thing.
I love my ROG Ally X. I bought a docking station and play it on my TV.
Nice. There you go. It would have been cool to see that actually work in Best Buy if the display worked. It wasn't even plugged in. How difficult it is to plug something in. What a bunch of nitwits. What a bunch of schmucks. Have you broken anything yet with your new toy? I haven't broken nothing. I just went and then it got really loud for my ears. Which brings it back. For those who didn't hear, I'm going to give you a real short version because Steve went off on a tangent about it Wednesday. Wednesday streams are still going to be late from now on. Probably Steve streams because we got to give our ears a break. Went to the doctor about our ears. Remember our hypersensitivity? Seems like we're leaning towards hyperacusis. People don't know what a hyperacusis is extreme discomfort due to various sounds. In our case, every single one of them. Okay? So they're going to do more tests. You're going to get a scan of your big old dumb head and your stupid earlobes. Yeah, we're doing the MRI thing. We're going to be like, which is real good for somebody with hyperacusis. Yeah, put them in a noisy tube. Let's see what happens. Oh, God. So I'm dreading that. Other than that, we don't know what to do quite yet until we get test results. So it's a slow roll on everything, whether it's music, sound editing, or anything stuff. But we're keeping on top of it. But I don't know. I got no real answers, but the doctor did not seem too happy. Here's my problem. I'm very good with body language. And when somebody gives a slow exhale before they start talking to you, that's never a good sign, especially in the medical field. They're like, well, we'll do an MRI. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. Don't do the exhale. Doctors out there, never do the slow exhale before you talk to somebody, okay?
There are mods on console for BG3, but not the Osimar or Cleric of the Forge mods I wanted. My ROG makes my dream, admittedly Carlock-centered, a reality.
There you go. Reality. Nice. Make sure you have not metal anywhere on you when you go in. Yeah, I've been to MRIs before. I know how that works. I've been there. They scan you with a little wand, too, to make sure. They're like, you know? I don't know, but if any implants or alien implants are in my face, we're going to find out. Let's go. I really hope it would be something operable like clogged tubes. Yeah, if not, I'll just be in excruciating pain for the rest of my life. It's fine. So yeah, but the interesting thing, when we're in the doctor's office, right? Whole family sitting there, right? Okay, people go into the doctor's office. They leave their kids in the waiting room. Every one of these kids, various ages, from what? I guess like 7 to 15. I don't know what people look like anymore. They're all on the phones. Not that that's a big problem, but, you know, take note of posture. These people were shaped like the letter C. I called them C children because they were like, dude, these people are going to have a curvature of the spine like you will not believe. Holy crap. It was like they were doing yoga. I'm like, dude, just put your head up, move your phone up a little bit. These people are going to have their neck vertebrae pop out of their, holy crap. I've never seen such bad posture in my entire life. And we don't have good posture. We've been hunched over like, you know, drawing tables and computers our entire life. But my dudes, they're like 12 years old. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be shuffling around just like an old person with a like, what the hell? Yeah.
their heads will touch their knees permanently.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. No, just be mindful of your posture when you use a phone or whatever. I try to keep it like eye level. Sometimes I find myself like tilting my head a little bit. And I'm like, it's hurting my neck. But I don't use the phone as much as most people. So, I don't know, be mindful. Because these kids, get into occupational therapy. Everybody, and start working around the neck back area. Because you're going to have a whole generation of jacked up kids who are just like, I was playing Candy Crush, dude. What do they play now? What's that game that apparently all these actors don't have enough money that they need to advertise? The one that doesn't need Wi-Fi? Yeah, another commercial with Kevin Hart in it. Oh, God, just go away. Evie, hi, what's going on? It is Mother's Day. We went through the whole Mother's Day thing and nobody was here for it. Happy Mother's Day. Jeremy Priest, hi. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Good vibes, PG and everyone. Hey, let's go. God, I don't know. It's often referred to as shrimping. That's pretty good. I like that. Yo, man, I got shrimped. That's pretty good. That's today. That's today. Exactly. Another card battle. All right, we got a card battle from Trillin. Card battle coming up. All right. For those who don't know, yeah, you should know by now. Card comes up, exclamation roll from Trillin, and you got to equal or better than. Let's find out. 16. Oh, God. A 2? Did you even try? Did you even try? Oh, God. Well, I want new dice. I want new dice. I don't know, dude. Somebody ran a 14 against a 12, and then there was a 10 against a 12, and then you had to get a 2 against the 16, or was that an 18? What was it? I don't know. I lost my brain. I was thinking 2 this entire time. You were thinking 2 the entire time. You should have said that before they rolled. Now nobody can believe you. I was thinking 2 the entire time. Well, how do I know you're not lying? If you said it beforehand, I would have been like, oh, God, dude, you're psychic. They were thinking 2. They said it before they rolled a 2. Rigged. All right. You gave me loaded dice, dude. Snake eyes. There you go. House always wins. No, we don't. Roll. What do you mean you're rolling? That still would have lost. But you can't roll after they're gone. Max, hi. Matt, hi. What was the other weird thing? Oh, yo, dude. Okay, we were out because we went through all these doctor visits and DMV and all this other garbage, and we decided we went to this place, our secret spot. A place no one knows about and shall not. For nothing on this menu is above $10. No, it's not a fast food restaurant. It's none of that. They make actual food there. They make actual food, all right? All right, here's what we got for $20. $20. I don't even like spending $20, but it was worth. Bro, Dawn got this huge burger, right? $20. Huge burger. You got this grilled chicken patty melt where this wasn't like a garbage piece of chicken, all right? This was a good piece of chicken. It was like a giant cutlet in this cool wrap that they put like avocados on and tomatoes and all this other stuff. This thing was huge. It was probably like, I think it was like 2 pounds. Like Dawn's burger was massive. She's like, I don't think I could finish this. It was crazy. It was crazy. Plus we got sodas. So all that for under $20. And I'm like, are you guys kidding me? Dude, if I went to like a Red Robin, I don't even know if those places exist anymore. Dude, that would have been a ton of money. If I went to Five Guys, I would have been walking out with like $40 tab right there. All right? The whole meal's $20. $20. Basically $10 a person. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was looking at all the other stuff they have on the menu. They got like these cool turkey wraps. They got like egg sandwiches and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm definitely going back there. This is the only affordable place that I know of to eat. Shh, it's a magical place. Dude, it's crazy. I don't know, man, but I was excited about it. And the food was good. We are actually, I would say, particularly picky because, one, I don't like spending money and I don't like eating garbage food at this point. I'll eat garbage food if I buy it for myself, but if I go out and the meal is subpar, I get really bent out of shape. I'm not going to return the food. I'm not going to be that type of person, but I will probably never go back to that place ever again. This was not the case where I was like, I walked out of there filled, satisfied, and actually happy with the price I paid for it. Which, when was the last time anybody did that in a restaurant? Ever, you know? Even back in the day, I remember, dude, like pre-pandemic, you went to Applebee's. Thank you. What was it, Applebee's? And you're just like, I don't like eating anything here. Like, everything you got, like, for the last few years before you stopped going was just terrible there for you. Could have been that location, I don't know. But we were just like, nope, don't like this. Don't want to eat this anymore. This is garbage, blah, blah, blah. No, I got rid of my, maple sweet potato fries that they don't make anymore. It's garbage. We end up getting a salad there that's like $15. And I'm like, why am I spending $15 on leaves? Why am I doing this? Get back to your PC, but screen won't find it. What? PC problems? Will they never end? Nope. They go on forever. But I was happy about that. There you go. Thank you. So that was the fun aspect of it. Not being overcharged for food while actually eating out somewhere. It's an amazing time.
Correction. Applebee's, it's all microwaved and pre-packed.
Yeah, it tastes that way. Like, I literally don't like anything they have there now. And again, I haven't been there in quite some time, but I'm not going back. There's nothing I want, Same thing with McDonald's, Taco Bell, all that stuff. I don't care for it anymore. I'm just like, whatever. But I will always go to like a diner/deli place that makes their own stuff. Like, and if they got like good ingredients and stuff like that, dude, an actual chicken cutlet, it wasn't like compressed. Because you bite into a chicken cutlet, you can look in it and see if it's like a compressed piece of crap. No. This wasn't.
Now is the time for you to rise and bring your squirrel to the bagel shop, where I can get the cream cheese, the creamy, cheesy cream.
Nice. Thank you. Nah, man, dude, it wasn't compressed chicken. Nah, it was actually really, you could see the strands of just meat. It's weird. No, because if you bite into like a quote unquote cutlet that's not really good, it almost looks like, you ever break open like a piece of compressed wood? Yeah, just it's like that in chicken form. Not gone out to eat in a while. Yeah, a lot of people aren't. And all these restaurants are now lamenting, oh, people are bringing their own food to work. We're suffering. Lower your prices. No, I know already. Steve already posted the video and whatever that. But yo, every fast food place that's crying poverty at this point, good, because you know what? Your prices are now making other people cry poverty. And if we even the playing field, maybe we could afford to eat at your establishments. If not, you know what? Suffer, close. I don't care. Good. No, I got zero sympathy for that. Again, we already talked about this, or at least Steve did. They jacked up all the prices, supply chain issues, prices never came down, and they just expected everybody to keep paying for it. Guess what? Not doing it. It was only a matter of time before people were like, I can't afford to do this. Who's going out and like paying $30 at Taco Bell? Taco Bell used to cost you like $5. And you'd be full. Maybe have a little bit of an upset stomach afterwards, but you'd be full. At least for a little while till that stuff passed. But you'd be full. I was bringing my sandwich. Yeah, dude, dude. Anytime I worked at a place, I generally brought my own food unless, till we established a rapport with the person who was selling bagels at that bagel place. And we had a really late shift and they were getting rid of a lot of them. So for like basically $2, he'd give me like 12 bagels. I was like, yes. Of course, that's what I call the carb years, because I literally, that's all I ate during that overnight shift was just, oh yeah, bagel, 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 brr, brr. We had a whole wheat in there every once in a while. It's kind of good. We just planted tomatoes and peppers today. All right. Peppers, tomatoes coming up. You can have a sauce ready by fall. Nice. I didn't have because it's too damn expensive. That's what I'm saying, man. Everything. I think everyone would enjoy eating out more if it was just affordable. There's no reason a burger should be like $12, you know? Don's Burger was like $6.50, and it was better than probably what we got at Five Guys. Not even joking about that. It was like a Big Mac, but it was actually made with meat. That's the thing. So imagine like a Big Mac, but with meat and a roll that didn't look like it was sat on. Yeah, it was like $6.50 or something like that. It was crazy. Sauce and salsa. All the salsa. Subway $5 foot long. Now $10 and counting. Yeah, that's what I literally stopped going to Subway after the $5 foot long stopped. They had a whole song. I remember the jingle. I can't change now. Yeah, go.
We tried a new place last night. I paid $40 for 2 smash burgers, fries and 2 sodas. Not worth it.
What is with the smash burger thing? Why? You know, here's the thing, for anybody who knows how to grill meat, you're not supposed to smash the burger. That's the worst thing you could do for meat. You don't press down on the burger. You don't smash it. You don't step on it. You don't squeeze it. You don't slap it on its backside. You just put that meat in between the buns and let it go. A lot of double entendres there, but still. No, it's very bad. No. Don't smash it. God. Want to make my own sandwiches after $5 deal ended, but not motivated to do so. Yeah, it is a pain in the butt. But dude, you can get you get all the ingredients. It's going to cost you a little bit more up front, but you get a lot more sandwiches out of it. Smash Burger, someone explained. It's the new character in Smash Brothers. His name's Burger. The unknown relative of Bob's Burgers. Let's see. Faster cooking for less meat. I want more meat, and I don't take your time, you know. The only burger endorsed by Smash Mouth. Oh, God. Let me get more coffee. Do. Spicy. I didn't feel the immediate need to cover it up, so I'm going to say no. Okay, that's one. All right. Well, I got to wait. Cycle it out. Hurry up. All right, better. All right. Do. I'm finding it. I'm fine. Give me a second. There you go. All right, does this help me? Not at all. Again, I'm terrible. Dun. They smash meat down to like paper thin. Why would they smash the meat to be paper thin? That's ridiculous. All right, well, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to press down the burgers. You're not. Any kind of burgers. Does it count as spicy when we see this one before? Yeah, if I got to jump in front of it. What? Yes, IRL, I would be that person. If somebody was wearing a little bit too much and people were staring at them, I'd probably give them my coat and be like, don't look. Leave them alone. You know? I'm a nice person. Speaking of meat, I noticed prepackaged sliced delis have been getting more thin for more slices per pack. Yeah, prices of that's been going up too. Whatever. I generally don't eat a lot of meat. I really don't, dude. I've been like freaking tofu. Tofu's so cheap, but still got protein in it. Peanut butter. If I want to double down my protein, here's what I do. You ready? You ready? All right. Bro. All right. Anybody here made like fried tofu? You know, fried tofu? You could do it with some peanut oil or something like that. You drain the hell out of it. You throw it in there. You go blah, 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 blah. All right. You do all that. And then, you know, cold sesame noodles? You know how to make a cold sesame noodle sauce? All right. Here's what you do. You make your cold sesame noodle sauce, right? You pour all that in there while you're frying up all your stuff. You keep mixing that crap around until it becomes like a paste. And before you know it, you got cold sesame noodle tofu without the noodles, and it's not cold. And it is amazing. Use the powdered peanut butter, too. I literally, because I didn't have any other ingredients, so I'm like, I could make the noodles, but I didn't have noodles. But I got tofu, and I just slapped it all together, and I'm like, if you cook it long enough, the sauce gets a little crispy, too, around the edges, so you get that a slight crunch to it. Don't overcook it. Yeah, but dude, it was like actually really good because it's like it adheres to it, too. You don't need the flour. No, you don't need the flour and all that extra carb crap. No, man. No. You don't even need, what is that, cornstarch. You don't need any of that. You just fry up the tofu and put that stuff over there and it just adheres. Throw it all in a bowl and they'll just eat it right out of there. It's good. It doesn't look pleasant. It's not a dish you bring and you're like, look at how beautiful it is. It literally looks... Okay. Yeah, thank you. Dude, I don't know. It came out good. I was eating. I was like, oh, this is actually good. Yeah. I put a lot of sesames on it, though. So. Dude, sesame seeds, I toast them myself. Don't go buying yo. Don't buy toasted sesame seeds, okay? Just get sesame seeds, put a bunch of them in a pan, and just turn on the heat. Keep an eye on them. You don't have to put any oil or nothing. The oil from the seeds themselves will cook themselves. Seriously, take them out of the pan when they start getting golden brown because they will still cook afterwards because they're so hot. You leave them in there too long till they're like a dark brown, then they're going to be burnt by the time they cool off. What? I'm just saying. No. Don't throw them in the oven. Don't throw them in the oven. What? What, the tofu or the sesame seeds? Oh, I just do it in a pan. I don't want to turn on the oven. It heats up everything. Maybe I want chicken Caesar wraps and chicken salad for the work meals. So I don't have much salt in food intake. I'm buying pre-made chicken wraps and chicken salad at the store. That is the other thing. If you're watching your salt, you can just, you just control that salt like a miser. Dude, you could just salt. Yeah. You could just eliminate 90% of the salt out of your diet and you're going to be a lot healthier for it. Yeah. No, because all fast food is way over salty. It's unnecessarily salty. Oh, that was the thing, the chicken thing that I got. Yo. It had bacon on there, too. Dude, it was like $7. No, that chicken wrap I got. It was a chicken wrap with a huge piece of chicken. It had a bunch of bacon. You know when they say, like, oh, it comes with bacon and there's, like, little bacon bits on it? No, there was, like, 3 large strips of bacon in there. And I was like, oh, my God. Plus, there was avocado on there. And you know when they put avocado on something, they put, like, a little smattering of it. Like, It looks like they put a half of avocado on there, easy. And I was like, oh my God. Please don't go out of business. I love you. More of a turkey bacon kind of guy. Turkey! I got high blood pressure, so I have to watch sodium intake. Yeah. There's also salt substitutes, which is usually just potassium. The no salt substitute, which you can kind of use. Unless you're on blood pressure medicine, then sometimes sodium is not good to use. Consult your doctor. Go.
Wait, are you saying food was salted?
I didn't make that pun, so I can't even call it. That was somebody else's fault. Thank you. What's the difference between regular bacon and turkey bacon? One is turkey. The other one's bacon. Ah! Do. All right. Let's give carpal tunnel a rest today. At least for a little bit. Boop. Oh yeah. No, now we'll see what else can we call here? What else can we call? That didn't happen. Didn't do that. Oh, I could do that. Oh, let's see if I've dropped any frames. Have I? No, I have not. All right. Well, before I give my carpal tunnel a break, let's do. Nah, because this I should probably do. All right, because we did do a thing. So I'm just gonna call it as soon as I find it. We got boop. Boom. All right. Because we ended up going to a thrift store. That's right. In our long journey of, I got schmutz on me. Man. No, I don't like that. We went to a thrift store finds. All right, we've actually went to a thrift store. We found things. Nothing great. Don't get your hopes up. It's not like we found like, you know, super awesome, crazy things or anything crazy or weird, but we did find things and we never get a chance to do this. So let's do it. All right. And hopefully this will show up on green screen because, you know, like thrift stores usually have like a bag of just weird toys, right? No, I'm reading chat here. The frames I've been dropping lately are the frames at home. Well, stop that. They break. No. They usually have like weird bags of toys and stuff like that. We saw this guy in one of them, right? Is he going to show up? This guy. All right, his head it's a different color, so. Really? All right, well, it's got the lines on it. But we found this guy. Look, he's a little dragon cat. Yeah, and a little Pushin guy. I don't know, he's kind of Eastery. He's got a little dragon egg. He's a little dragon cat. So there we go. We got him. He was in a bag of like other stuff. Now, here's the weird thing about the other stuff in the bag. Hold on. One. We got, boom. This was kind of cool because it was like actually sealed. Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters. Look, we got Blight. Also the name of a song by Naked Raygun. Set. Hi. Thank you for being here. So look, it's got a Affliction Hammer. I don't know. It was in there with that guy. But this was the interesting yet disappointing part. So let's get this guy out of here. All right. Again, when I say interesting yet disappointing, you'll see. Dude, we got this, right? And you're like, oh, wow, what is that? It's they literally put a severed head of an anime figure. I think this is Ruby from one of the Ruby characters. It's what, Posket? Yeah. I couldn't find the body, chat. I couldn't find the body. We went through all the other bags, and there was no body. If you look up, the rest of the figure looks nice, too. Yang, it's Yang. There you go. All right, well, we found a severed head of Yang, so I guess the show got canceled. Jesarian Priest, 1 bingo. There you go. Nice. Okay, here's the thing. Yo, Goodwill, don't put severed heads in there. This is weird. This is like a threat to somebody who's into anime. They wake up and it's like, you know, on their bed pillow, and they're like, oh, they like that. Anyway, build the body and make her Frankenstein bride. Well, there's a hole at the bottom, so you can just kind of like, you know, if I can find the rest of the body, I can just plop it on there. I don't know what to do with it, but it's like I don't want to just toss it out. Yeah. It's so weird. Hey, you want to put it on you can make a little puppet out of it. You could literally do that. I wonder if it fit with a... No, that's actually a good question. I wonder if it would fit on a Barbie. I don't have any Barbie dolls. We got Monster High dolls. I can pop one of those heads off, see what happens. Yeah, maybe we'll do that when we get free time. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. The other thing we found, $1.99 for a CD. I'm not really big happy about that. I can't see.
Go to a thrift store and got a little head. No, bad. I'm stopping this joke here.
Yeah, see, I went through this whole thing with the whole head over here, and I didn't make one joke, and you had to be the person. You had to be the person to do that. You should feel ashamed. All right, look at that. Look, punk rock taste. It's got peanuts on it, right? But you got fun bands on there like the Vandals, Mustard Plug, Less Than Jake, Ignite, Lunachicks, Nobody, High Standards, Voodoo. I can't read the rest of it. Assorted Jelly Beans. Really? There's a band called AFI's on here. He Who Laughed Last. Dude, look at that. All right, Goober Patrol. I figured, you know, for the $2, why the hell not, right? Ha. There you go. This little guy. He's like, hey, what's up? This is my freaking dragon egg, man. I'll kill you. I don't know. That's one of those things. What was it, like $3 for the bag? I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know, but the toys have been really banged up lately. I guess nobody's recycling their crap. Everyone's just hoarding their stuff. So it's just like, nope. Beer nuts. Yep. Assorted jelly beans. Let that have candy in it. Been watching how to paint and create dolls. It tickles my creative brain. I love the custom jobs that people do on just dolls in general. It's fun stuff. There you go. The physical item was shown. Really? Number 5. Oh, dude, you have that as a separate thing? Oh, because they're not all thrift store finds. All right. Let's see if I find it. Number 5. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, yeah. There you go. Cowlet. I cowled it. All right. That means I still don't have it. You got bingo. I don't have it. I'm gonna be waiting forever to get bingo. I never get bingo. Yeah, I'm gonna whine. All right. Dun, dun, bum, bum. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break, get an ad out of the way so I don't have to deal with it. But then we get to go through all the weird, crazy crap that we're probably gonna see on the interwebs, which is a lot of weird and crazy crap. Go.
I went to the mall where I grew up and they still have a Sunrise Records store. And
How?
they are still selling records.
How? Do the Utes even know what records are? I thought they moved on to cassettes. I need cassettes. I don't know what you do with that. Oh, God. Yeah, ads. Let's get out of the way. It's going to be like a short one. Come on, man. Drinking a lot of coffee. Need a break, you know? All right. All right. It will be like a minute. It will be a minute. I'll be right back. You get to watch a cartoon, dude. Yeah. Dude, cartoon. All right, be right back.
Nugget delivery taking too long.
As long as you don't find an empty bottle of candy and liver remains in the Goodwill bag, you're good.
Apples are tree babies, don't eat the tree babies. What are you? Some kind of criminal? You are eating the young of the trees. I don't even want to talk about seeds. The unborn fruit. They didn't even have a chance. Now they're sitting all up in your stool. Then you flush them. And that's sad. Aren't you glad you had a burger instead?
What are you doing?
I saw a banana cat on the internet, and now I'm protesting the unnatural genetic splicing of fruit and felines. Banana cats are unnatural, because any fruit you eat made out of a cat's gonna have hair in it. Meow. Genetically splicing fruit and felines isn't natural, even though they're cute. Banana cat and apple cat just shouldn't be here. Maybe in my cereal, but I don't want to eat hairballs.
Chili and scoops. You got a can of chili and Fritos, chat. This is one of those things that you got when you were just lonely that night. You know, you're just like, I'm just by myself. All your friends go out, but, you know, there's a movie or show that's going to come on TV at any given point. And you're like, whatever, I guess I'll get these, you know, and you'll just crack open that can of almost chili with the super salty chips and just be like, whatever. I've never had this, but I would try it. I would consider trying that. Dude, Fiesta cheese dip? What is that? That'd probably be pretty good. And a sloppy Joe. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oof. So you guys would always just, I swear America just had weird food historically forever, you know? But this is definitely a lonely night meal, you know? Now, between the sloppy Joe and the cheese dip and, you know, chili scoops. All my friends are doing something fun with their girl. Oh, dude, I like that clip. That was the lonely chili scoop clip. That was pretty good. I like that one. Oh, well, what are you going to do about it, right? What's up? See? I quick. Hey, the coffee's got to go somewhere, right? Do. Drop frames? Haven't. Not yet. What was the last thing I missed before I left? As long as you don't find an empty bottle, candy liver remains in the Goodwill bag, you're good. This is true. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs liver. All right. First and foremost, days. What days be it, chat? 70 moons. Boom.
70 moons and counting. Good coffee, comfy walls.
Yeah, there you go. Coffee. Thank you. I appreciate 70 moons. Thank you. Dude, it's National Eat What You Want Day. Oh, hell yeah. You heard it, chat. You heard it here first. May 11th, Eat What You Want Day. It's Eat What You Want Day. Doesn't matter what you want, eat it. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dude. Eat What You Want Day. Let's go. National Foam Rolling Day. You got some foam, roll it and smoke it. Is that what it means? National Twilight Zone Day. Consider, if you will, a day about the Twilight Zone. That's it. Okay, let's see. It's Mother's Day. Mother's Day. It's also the name of a horror movie. Happy Mother's Day. Day of the national emblem of the flag of Belarus. Belarus. There you go. And it's Father's Day in Romania. They got to be difficult. World Ego Awareness Day. Well, I'm pretty sure people are aware of their own ego. They just don't keep it in control. And that's it for today. So, about International Nurses Day tomorrow. Come on. World Ego Day? World Ego Day. Keep your ego in check, bruh. Bruh. Come on. Going to be celebrating with my mother and my aunt today for both Mother's Day and what? And my mother's and I's birthday. Ooh, it's a packed month for me. Nice. There you go. No smoking to squirrels. What? I said foam, not foamy. Yeah. Wants to roll up a squirrel and smoke it. Maybe down south. I don't know what tabs I got, but this is important. Boom. Motorhead. Ace of Spades. That guy. Dude, Motorhead unearthed lost the Manticore Tapes album featuring classic lineup. Bro, there's going to be a new old Motorhead album. New old. I don't know, dude. Motorhead, Lemmy, bro. Lemmy, dude. Apparently he wasn't the neatest when it came to cleaning his apartment. But, hey, new old. Nold. Good to know. Put it on your checklist. No, not the J. There was something more important that had to deal with music. Oh, there we go. Hold your phone. Peter Murphy, Bauhaus. Bro got a new album out. It literally came out the other day. Have I been able to hear it? No, because my ears are exploding as I speak. Okay? This is on my list along with a slew of other things I may or may never be able to listen to in my future existence. But doesn't mean you can't hear it. All right? So for all the goth people that grew up with stuff or have no idea who the hell this guy is, you don't even call yourself goth then. Yeah, dude's still around. He's doing stuff. Look, he's crazy. That's the album. Let's go to album art too. Look at that. Look at that. Stop looking at me. Why are you looking so close at me, Pete? Why are you all up in my eyeball? Yeah, so there you go. Dude, new Peter Murphy. It's kind of a weird like month because what? Peter Murphy's coming out with a new album. Garbage is coming out with a new album. A lot of like 80s, 90s bands are like coming out with stuff this summer for some reason. Don't ask me why, but Peter Murphy. Boop. Pro wrestling news, Sabu passed away. Why? I didn't authorize it. All right. Jason. Of course, they got to make a universe out of everything. Okay. So the Jason universe, Horror Incorporated. You know, it's nothing screams horror like having the word incorporated next to it, right? Celebrates Friday the 13th, 45th anniversary with new logo reveal. This is like Jason Universe. They put the 13 in there. That's pretty good, right? You know, I mean, it's like that could use a little work and stuff like that. Maybe fonts and stuff could be a little more readable. You know, it's all right. They can maybe an attempt, I suppose, but there's gonna be a universe. So you got to make everything a universe now. Friday the 13th universe. Now, before we're all skeptical and like, well, this is dumb, universe. Remember, back in the day, there was Friday the 13th, the series, that had absolutely nothing to do with Jason Voorhees. It was just a bunch of haunted crap at an antique shop that people were running around selling for whatever freaking reason of cursing stuff. I'm just saying, this is nothing new. Friday the 13th, the lunchbox. Yeah. The metal ones that would crush your hands if somebody slammed it on there. So yeah, that's the whole thing. I guess I don't know if I care. Yeah, it's like I feel like a lot of these franchises had their time, and now they're in the hey guys, remember this? We're gonna make more of it kind of phase. It is what it is. Bring back Kate Hodder. Let's see. New movie, Evil Dead Burn, will be unleashed in theaters in July 2026. Okay. They're making another Evil Dead movie. It's not going to be, it's not having Bruce Campbell from what I understand. It's just part of that reboot series that's going. You know, because they had the original one, and there was the other movie that they did. It was like a reboot and blah, blah, blah. So the next one is going to be called Evil Dead Burn. But it is from Warner Brothers, so it may or may not be released. Without Ash, I'm not watching it. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, honestly. I know it's sad, but it's like, yo, without him in it, it's like I generally don't care. I would maybe give it more of a shot even if they had the other two characters from Ash vs. Evil Dead in it, because they were pretty good. They were pretty good in that. I'll give them that. They were pretty good. But without him holding it together, I don't see it. What am I going to do with this? It's not, it's not like it's bad, but it's like, just call it something else. It doesn't have to be Evil Dead, Just call it, I don't know, Deadite World or something. I actually fainted in the theater when I saw the reboot. I guess I don't like needles mixing with eyes. Really? I know, I never had a problem with, because anytime I watch a horror movie, I'm just like, yeah, it's like special effects and stuff like that. IRL, I'm not a big fan of like that kind of thing. But, if it's on film, it's like, well, no, that exists. Oh, God. Speaking of things, look at that. Look at that. Because record stores are apparently around. Apparently the last video stores. Is this cultural cornerstone making a comeback? We hope so. Apparently the short of this article is a lot of weird little niche freaking video stores are having younger people go to them for some reason. Because it's like, the crux of this article is kids the only thing they knew growing up was streaming. I put that in perspective. The only thing kids knew growing up was streaming. So now that they find this weird little place where you can go and get a physical copy of something and play the disc. And keep in mind, this one store that they're talking about literally has more titles available than Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus combined. All right. Then the last Blockbuster just closed down? Yeah, I think so. But apparently having 50 copies of the Titanic isn't going to keep you afloat. All right, I'll call it. Let's see. That was a bad pun. I don't know what number it is, but I'll find it. There he is. Dude, that was always my problem with freaking Blockbuster. Every time I went to Blockbuster, they just had like 50 copies of the same movie I didn't want to see, and now I'm just like, come on. Second Beetlejuice movie was added to Netflix yesterday. Oh, there you go. Watch it if you haven't seen it. It's fun. Yeah, so it was kind of strange. Like Mariner 1. Hey. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, no, more than Amazon. I said Hulu. Never mind. Look. In a small town of Bebington, England, Snipes Movies is open for business, trading since 1995, and is now stocking over 17,000 titles, more than Amazon, Netflix, and Disney Plus combined. It's a veritable Aladdin's cave of cinematic delights, and business is booming. Saying, look, I had a customer recently who walked in through the rental section smirking and said, it's great to see people going back to the old ways of doing things. Says Dave Wayne, owner of Snipes. I said, yes, but for the most of my customers, it's, hold on.
No note.
Lies, that was a note. It still counts. Lone Wolf, thank you. 98 moons. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate. Where did I leave off? Okay. I said yes, but for most of my customers, it's not the old way. They're kids, teenager, Gen Z and Y. This is the new way of doing things. And All they've known is streaming. That's what I found interesting. It's like, oh yeah, after time passes, you're like, oh my God, everybody's just been streaming everything. They don't even know the joys of going to a place and picking out something. That's crazy, right? It's crazy, bro. Well, at least know that some places, you know, they're trying. I don't think that's going to take off here, like in America. If this is like actually England, then I don't know. It's a little different. Mindset's a little different over there. America is just like, dude, just where's the VOD, bro? Brr, you know, very impatient. So no, that exists. All right, where do we leave off? Boop. What the hell is this open for? Oh, yeah. Hey, new Adventure Time comic. Apparently there's a new series. Look, they're doing a love rap. I don't know if that's good. It's a comic. What are you going to do? The art looks fun, though. I'll give them that. The art's fun. Let me start from over here. Dude, I didn't know this was a thing. Look at this. Look, a certificate of completion. The Game Boy printed out when you completed your Pokédex. I probably didn't know about that because I never had the printer. Look, diploma, player Leo. Leo, congrats. This diploma certifies that you have completed your Pokédex. Game Freak. Look at that. Playtime, 53 hours, 34 minutes. Dude, that's pretty cool. For back then, you literally got a diploma. I don't know if it would help you get a job, but like, yeah, here's my diploma. Oh, God. You're going to be one of those. We had 4 decades of rap music and commercials. Can't we give it a break? Nope, it's going to keep going, and it's going to keep getting worse. I'm saying I listen to more AI-generated music now than I listen to actual musicians make music, because musicians making music, apparently nobody's lived enough to have a soul to actually imbue anything with any lyrical value or content that I care about. So I'm just like, you know what? Make my own. Like, flat out. It's like music has just become so horrendous to me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad my hearing's going. Like, I can only deal with so much crap before I'm just like, shut it off. I know if there's ever a time you're going to, you know, start having your hearing get messed up, now's a good time. There's a place in Texas where some parents made a video store for autistic son after the local Blockbuster shuts down. Oh yeah, dude, I remember seeing that on a wholesome Reddit. And I was like, damn, dude, that's above and beyond. Oh, dude. Anybody see this movie? Boom. Deathgasm. It was just like, it was a heavy metal horror movie, but it's getting a game. I don't know how it's getting a game, but it's getting a game. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's getting a game. Dude, this is crazy. It's getting a game, an actual game. The weird movie, Deathgasm, is getting a game. Why? Retro style 16-bit side scroller features 9 levels based on Dante's Inferno. 9 levels. I see what they did there. Listen to OSTs and anything not on the Billboard 100, Spotify 100 commercial radio. Yeah, it's kind of rough out there. Dude, I know what it is. All right, here's the thing. What is it about music? Why is music so terrible? Why is music so terrible now? Like, I don't get it. And people just gobble it up like a blah, 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 blah. Like they just eat it like it's just unhealthy cereal. It's the fast food of musical culture. It's absolutely terrible. It is astounding to me how bad some music is. And I'm just like, I cannot waste my hearing on any of this. It is dreadful. The movie's currently on Tubi. It's on Tubi. Hey, there you go. You too can watch Deathgasm. It's not as bad as it sounds. No, we actually watched it. This was a while ago, but I remember it being pretty good. Not the best thing on the planet, but it's still pretty good. Don't worry, music will be good again when Tool releases their next album. Yeah, but one band shouldn't be like holding the entirety of an artistic genre together. You know what I'm saying? It should be like, well, music will be good again when Tool releases another album. I'm like, but isn't there anybody else? And we shouldn't have to be, you know, looking towards bands from like the 90s to be like, oh yeah, can the older musicians that actually cared about music come back and make more music that we actually care about? Because literally everything past like 2005 has been utter crap to me. It has been just terrible. Maybe I got to blame YouTube for that because everyone was more concerned about making videos than making music, you know? And even if you're not into rap or stuff like that or hip hop or whatever, bro, you would definitely agree that lyrically it was a lot better in the 80s and 90s and in the beginning of the 2000s. Now it is just absolute dribble. It is mindless pablum for people who just somehow, I don't know, were able to get into a studio, if that. Yeah, I'm just gonna use iTunes or whatever, Pro Tools. Gore ICP are still doing stuff. Again, older bands. Are there any newer bands? Do we have newer bands here? Anybody? Okay, I'm not saying bands that can kind of make music, but they make goofy stuff. You know, it's like at a certain point, Diggy Hole gets a little grating on the nerves. You know, it's like after a certain point, I'm just like, where is this stuff? I mean, at least for my taste, you know, Together Pangea had some pretty good stuff. Fiddler had some pretty good stuff. The band Pup, P-U-P, was pretty good. You know, I mean, there's some metal bands here and there, but there's nothing I go out and I'm like, I have to get every song by this. Confetti was pretty good. You know, and it's a song-by-song basis, but most of their stuff is usually well-written and put together. Has a nice lyrical flow. But I'm sitting there and I'm listening to these lyrics, and maybe that's my problem is I'm actually listening. I guess most people just want the beat in the background that they can ignore and just have on as ambience. And there's your problem. Ghost released a new album last month. Yeah, but Ghost is kind of 50-50. It's like I find him a little too showy for my taste to a certain extent, and then I find the music to be like, you know, it's all right. It's not something I wake up and I'm like, oh, dude, what is this? That's what I need. I need that music. What is this? What am I listening to? You know, that kind of thing. Which actually, you know what? This'll. And no, see, I'm using the wrong mouse. I got two mices here. No, you're gonna be okay. This is why people who are into music and are older, I'm going to admit right now, we were a little spoiled. And here's the reason. These were all released within 44 days of each other in 1991. 44 days. You had Metallica's Black Album, Pearl Jam 10, which is the best thing they've ever done. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 or 2. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, Nirvana's Nevermind. Within 44 freaking days. 44 freaking days. I haven't gotten albums this good in the last decade. In the last decade. I can't even pull out this many albums. What is there? 7. So I can't even pick out 7 albums that I would listen to completely from beginning to end for the last decade. So maybe not even 15 years. I could probably pick out 5. One of them maybe being, I don't know, something from the Hives, maybe. 91 was a ridiculously good year. It was absolutely insane. But even if you're not into this genre of music, I mean, dude, pop was no joke. I mean, in the 80s, even if you don't like, say, pop stuff, you really had some, like, dude, you had Michael Jackson. I mean, for the love of God, dude, that guy was just, whether you like their music or not, there's definitely talent there. Prince, dude, even Madonna was kind of edgy for the time period. You know, Cyndi Lauper, your basic pop people. And even you got into, like, aside from mainstream stuff, people were a little bit more experimental too. Like, whatever. Dude, 44 days. 44 days. 44 days, dude. Rock and roll has been slightly underserved genre for quite a while. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it hasn't... I think the problem with rock music in general, or alternative, whatever you want to call it, it's not in fashion, which is, you know, the main issue. It's like, it's not in fashion, you know, like record companies are pretty reluctant to, they basically want your Sabrina Carpenter kind of things that just have their nice little beat in the background and you can dance around and boo, 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 you know, that kind of thing. Taylor Swift, I mean, at least they write their own songs and they do have some talent. Unfortunately, I don't like anything that they do. But again, it's just kind of middle of the road poppy music. You have your Rihanna's, you have your, you know, what the hell's her name? The one that keeps winning awards every year, and I don't even know if they put out albums. I forget their name. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, rock is definitely not where it should be, you know? And we've had enough of a lull, because, like, I think like, rock kind of fell off the radar. It's like White Stripes kind of did their thing. They were like the last gasp. I think along with the Hives for doing something rock-like that had any kind of energy or whatever. And whether you're like Jack White or not, he's pretty much one of the few people carrying the torch of actually being able to do anything guitar-driven that's interesting. You know, that was relatively new. And, you know, 20 years is not new, but compared to stuff in 91, it is. So, but there really hasn't been a lot of people filling in the gaps. Like new musicians that come up, and I don't know whether it's just because they don't want to sit down and learn how to play stuff. Believe me, I know it's hard. But at a certain point, it's just like, shouldn't general society be so sick of the mindless crap that's out there that they search for something else? Or are they just so distracted by everything else out there that they're like, yeah, whatever's on in the background, bro, I don't care. The Crazy Taxi soundtrack was better than half the things I heard in the last decade. Come on. Late 90s, early, that's what, maybe mid 2000, because everything had rap rock until the beat dropped. Yeah, because it was like, all right, you had, you know, pop rock, that kind of thing. Then you had your arena rock. Then you had grunge. Grunge kind of morphed into alternative. Alternative kind of became new metal. New metal became like rap rock, and they were kind of going at it at the same time. And then, you know, it ended up just turning into like rap, and then there's pop rap, and then it's just like mumble rap. And then you just have your standard pop stars that get recycled every few years. I swear every 10 to 15 years, there's a blonde haired woman that sings about garbage I don't care about that gets put through the pop music mill, you know? It's like you got your Madonna, your Taylor Swift, your Sabrina Carpenter. What was the one before, but after? Lady Gaga. And it's like, bro. I don't know. I just want something interesting, and if I have to sit around and use robots and write it myself, then fine, so be it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack was best. Someone turned into emotion. What? Motionless White. They're not bad. That's the other thing. I don't know if any bands are going to be able to have that kind of clout anymore either. Every one of these bands had a crazy amount of clout. We're talking about, for that time period, we're talking about like Taylor Swift clout back then. Guns N' Roses, that guy couldn't even get a coffee anywhere, right? All these bands. Now you just have like one or two like main people are like, oh my God, blah, 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 you know? But for rock in general, oof. But it is what it is. Again, I'm of that mindset where it's like, well, I don't got to hear it. So if it's on the radio, I'll just turn it off. If it's in a commercial, I just turn it off. Katy Perry also. The thing about Katy Perry, though, unfortunately, she has a good voice. Lady Gaga has a good voice. They all have good voices. It's just they're all over processed. I was astounded when I actually heard Katy Perry's Unplugged. I'm just like, why doesn't she sound like this on like regular albums? Why does she sound like crap on albums? Now, same thing with Lady Gaga. She did like what? National Anthem. And I'm like, holy crap, she can actually sing. I'm like, why does she sound like she's a robot? Yeah. As long as the music is good, in my opinion, I don't mind who sings the song. Yeah, I mean, and everyone's taste is different. So at a certain point, you're just like, whatever, you know. All those albums, dude. All right, but what? Lady Gaga had to do the whole crazy artiste thing. Music companies didn't think it could, could sell normal. That's fine. I don't care about the theatrics as long as the music is good. And unfortunately, I feel like her theatrics is better than the music, which is a sad part because she could probably sing and make those songs actually interesting without the theatrics. But you know, you got to package it for people who just need to feel like they're edgy. Bro, I'm edgy. I listen to Lady Gaga because they're super dark. Did you see that one video where they were super dark? Yeah, they're super dark. Whatever, dude. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go to my, I don't know, closest HMV and flick through posters. This was a thing. This is how people got most of their posters. Friends? Oh, God. Who wants that? What kind of posters I got here? Do they still have these? Like, I don't know. I haven't seen an HMV in forever, and I think if they're open, they're only open in England. Because they were here in the States for a little bit, and then they just closed down. I miss those things. If you can handle some music at a low volume until you get your issue fixed, maybe it's just a band called Mono Incorporated. You know what? We got way too much stuff to work on for our own stuff, and if my hearing is going to get worse, I feel like we should focus on what we got to get done and just get that squared away before I delve into what other people are concerned about, you know? Not you, but I mean like musicians and what they're singing about. Yeah, so we got a triage our hearing ability right now. Again, it's not like we're losing hearing. It's just everything hurts to hear, which is so bizarre. All right, what else we got? Boom. Code Orange. Everybody, Code Orange. Literally. Bro, this is new. This is new. It's happening. The pumpkins are happening. Even it's a little too soon for me, but, you know, according to Halloween Reddit, there was a Code Orange at Hobby Lobby. All right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right? It's right there. Code Orange. You can do this. You can start getting ready for Halloween right now. We're almost halfway to Halloween. All right? Just saying. I don't know. I'm a little giddy about that. I don't know why. What else we got? Boom. Dude, look at this clock. Somebody found this at a freaking thrift store. Look at this thing. This, I swear your grandfather had this like on the inside of his car dashboard or something like that. This is, of course, most people can't even read clocks like this anymore. But dude, this is crazy. This has got to be from like the 50s or something. Look at the interior of that, dude. Look at that. That's absolutely insane to me. Look at that. I'm using a worker headset. It's kind of what after one of the jack. Nowhere near my sensitivity as you. Oh yeah, we do that. We have to have our headphones off our head completely, like above our ears, and still even that's loud on like level 3 volume. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. This is a cool clock. No, just in general. I'm just like, you know, this is a nice sleek design. It'd be cool if they made more stuff like that. But they don't, because they're lazy. What else we got here? We did that. What do I have here? What the hell was this show? Adult Sim seems to quietly confirm animated shows cancellation after what the hell ever. What that was this called? Like, it was called Teenage Euthanasia. It just looks crazy. Did anybody see this? I don't have cable, so I don't know anything or what the hell goes on anymore. I'm kind of fine with that, but I just, this stood out as just, it was dumb. You gave up on it. I was hoping it, look, you got some creepy lady, and these guys look like they're just rejects from a Beavis and Butthead kind of thing. Got some of these bizarre colors in the background. Maybe I'll just look at a clip and see. I'm usually pretty good at like looking at something and being like, okay, this goes somewhere. But then I'm just like, there's certain things that you just know don't hit the mark regardless. Let's freaking go. Ah, there's a card battle. Card battle. All right, we got a card battle. Who did that? Fairland. Fairland redeemed card battle. All right. That means Fairland has to roll better than Oh, God. You gotta fight the abs. Go Fairland. Have hope. Oh, my God. Equal or better. Equal or better. You did it. Oh, my God. Bro, equal or better wins. Nice. Dude, that was up there. That was like all abs Susie June. Holy crap. Nice. All right, pick a number, any number. Off the bingo. What do we got? Dude, that was high. I was like, there's no way. Come on, Bloody Angel. Were you thinking 18 the whole time? You'd be like, shut up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Better than my one from last battle. Yeah. Number 7. All right, number 7. Doodles on stream. Yeah, probably not going to do that today. Boom. All right, here we go. Doodles on stream. And does that help me? No. Malenko 1. Hey. Again, my card is like I'm always one off. What do I need? No, that doesn't happen either. I got to get eats on stream. That's stupid. I could do that, but I'm not hungry. Well, I kind of am. Wait till we get to stupid foods. All right. Nice. Congratulations. Dude, I didn't think it was possible. All right. At least we know the dice can go up to 18 so far. Boop. Nice. All right. So, where do we leave off? Yeah, so this show, it's gone. So, no, if it wasn't any good, it's canceled. Don't worry about it. Okay, this lady, you know, she's played Barbie. Well, apparently she's going to be in the Sims movie. There's going to be a Sims movie. There's going to be a Sims movie. It's from Loki director for some reason. Odd choice, but it's a Sims movie.
I thought you called 38 sound alerts ages ago.
I thought I did too. Did I not? Yeah, it's called. It been called. 38 called. Did I? Oh, no. I said 33. Sorry. That's what I meant. 33. Exactly. Yeah, so, God, we're gonna have to deal more with not playing Harley Quinn in The Sims. Okay, here's the problem. Chat. Every game is gonna have a movie now. You know, like when a Marvel Cinematic Universe came out, like they wanted to make every comic book a movie. Yeah. And then we had all these movies, and then most of them weren't really good. And then they were like, oh, all these indie companies are going to make movies. And, hey, we can make a movie too. We'll do this. We'll do a whole series on Paper Girls. It wouldn't be doing anything. It's terrible. Okay. So, yeah. Video games. Hey, I wouldn't mind if they get a nice gritty version of Doom. You want to do that? You want to doom things up? Doom, maybe? Maybe the Doom? Yeah? You want to get the Doom? Maybe Elder Scrolls, the series? Come on, man. Elder Scrolls. I feel like Amazon should be doing that. They're having success with Fallout. Why not do Elder Scrolls? Make it like Lord of the Rings, but only good. Amazon? Fortnite movie. Yeah, there'll definitely be a Fortnite movie. And it'll probably make $1 billion because people Fortnite. I don't know how they're going to deal with the licensing for that, but Sims really doesn't have much of a narrative in development, so this will be difficult to make a movie based on the games. I think it's actually easier because then with the Sims, you have the one person that is the god that is controlling everything in the game. And, you know, one of the NPCs gets self-aware and then communicates with the person in control of the game. They learn about each other and all this other stuff. And then, or the character breaks out of the Sims, unless they make it a weird spy movie. I don't know. Could be in name only, but kind of like the Lego movie. You know, there was that aspect of humanity to it. And I figure if they just do the same thing here. Exactly. Get out of here, robot. R2-D2 is nothing but a glorified Roomba. All right. There, I said it. Let's see. Yeah, like Free Guy. There you go. That's a better example. So, Yeah, I mean, and then at that point, it just kind of writes itself. You just have your little, self-awareness arc of like, wait, things aren't real, blah, 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 kind of like the Barbie movie. And you just go through the motions, self-awareness, figuring out who they are, self-discovery, wanting a better life, realizing the life they have isn't that bad, blah, 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 etc. Yearning for more. The end. Credits roll. Yeah, Hollywood. What do you expect? Don't expect too much. Still waiting for American McGee Alice movie. He claimed he was writing. Yeah, same place. Alice 3 is the game. Somewhere in his head. Well, hey, he had everything. Dude, did you ever see the book that he came out with for Alice, American McGee's Alice 3? He actually released it to everybody on his Patreon page. It is huge. It's like 400 pages of just all this weird crap in there, And EA is just like, nah, we're not going to make this game. But of course, they won't give him his rights back. So basically, they're intellectual rights squatting on his IP right now. And they're just like, yeah, you're not getting it back. So I think he's done the work. It's just EA's not working with him. Yeah. EA's evil, actually. Yep. Boop. All right, what do we got here? Yakuza 0. If you haven't played the game, you may want to wait because it's director's cut with English dubs. I don't know if you want the English dubs, but know that there will be English dubs added to a really old game that is just insane. Waiting for the Foamy movie. Yeah, me too. Anybody with a huge budget want to do that? That doesn't require me hiring Jack Black, Chris Pratt, or I don't know, any other voiceover that doesn't need to be doing voice acting right now. We need to make IP squatting illegal. The weird thing about that is, because we dealt with contracts that weren't really in our favor and declined on them. We had one where it was like, they basically were going to hold on to the rights for stuff. And I was like, no, I'm giving you 6 months. And if you don't do anything with it, it reverts back to me. And they were like, well, we can't get this up together and running in 6 months. I'm like, okay, a year. I'm like, you can't do this in a year? Well, yeah, we can probably do it in a year, but I'm like, okay, well then if nothing, comes to fruition after a year, then all rights revert back to me. Well, that's not how it works. Well, that's not how I work. That was pretty much our exchange, and I'm just like, yeah. So a lot of companies just do want to buy up the rights and just shelve products, and either to eliminate competition or just bolster their IP portfolio for investors. So, but yeah, bro, English dub. Ooh, dude, you're getting Matt Mercer, bro. Matt Mercer is going to be in there. All right, that's a name I recognize. Christina, Bill Mishap, Vic Chow. Dude, that is a lot of voice actors. Holy crap. Look at all those voice actors. Huh. Cool.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Yes. Still doesn't work. Thank you. But know that this is happening. You can still do his voice. What, save on the cost, higher of yeah. I'll be able to do all the voices still. It's just, would we have the name recognition? Boom. Gaming. All right, I don't think we're there yet. Let's see what else we got here. Boop. Oh, look, this. Something Sailor Moon happens. Look at this. Shut the hell up. I love this. In the name of Mars. Shut the hell up. All right, you watch that while I do something Sailor Moon happens. Good. Boom. Nice. Let's see. Does that help me? No. Kind of does. What? What do you mean I cursed? That wasn't a curse. All right, if I say something, right? If I say something and we're not sure if it's a curse, you basically retype it in there, and if Autobot catches it, then I'll quantify it as a curse. I don't think hell would show up. Boop. All right. Oh, we did that. We did the days. We did the days, bro. All right. What the hell is an iPod sock? Wait, did I say that? Oh, man. Did I? Did that just happen to fall out of my mouth? Oh, you're testing. I'm like, wait, I don't remember saying that. That'd be for $5 in my food fund, you know? What's that? Watchmen's rights were supposed to go to the creator after a year of being out of print, but the big collection everyone has was the loophole that they kept with DC? Question mark? I don't know. There are all those weird little... It was a way to protect your iPod. By putting it in a sock? By putting it in a sock. I did say damn. Damn doesn't count. Damn is like saying hi, especially if you're a New Yorker. You know? So really? I thought this was just like ankle cozies or something that they were... Like, I didn't really think they were actual... Really? You people would just put this in there? God, this was a weird time for Apple, wasn't it? I remember the iPods. I don't remember any of this. Exactly. Thank you. I remember when hell was a bad word on TV. iPod socks. Something tells me if you found an unopened one of these, they probably went for a lot of money right now. Dude, they got unopened iPod socks, bro. Dude, I got a bid on them. For what? For my iPods. That's kind of crazy to me. But also genius marketing. I mean, they took basically a fraction of a sock and said, yeah, this is your protective case. And people probably bought the hell out of these things. They're different colors, you know, to suit your unique personality. That was always their thing. There was this time where they had everything was a different color. And it was, you know, because show your personality off in the color of the iBook you get. Or the sock that you wear around your iPod. And I'm just like, holy crap. Now nobody cares. It's like cars. Just like you have 3 choices of color and that's it. All right, well, know that the iPod sock exists. Do they make these for iPhones? I feel like that'd be kind of cool. They're purple socks. Your purple socks. That's not even Joker purple, bro. All right, well, oof. 90s. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that right now. That was that cool clock. Oh, but this is thrift store stuff. Let's see if anybody found anything new. All right, half off fines. All right, that's something. That's a big panty. Wow. All right. Ties. Who needs ties? Whatever that is. What is there? Crack pipes. What is this? Are these old audiobooks? Hey, dude, 7-inch story records with artwork. Look, there's a Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark, dude. Bam, 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 bam. Dude. Oh, look, they got a little comic book in there and everything. That's kind of cool. Look at that. You read along with it? Hey, you should make a Foamy record like that. You know? It'll be a record, a read-along record that has little pictures and everything. That'd be kind of cool. What else we got here? New York souvenir. Pretty not impossible. There you go. $25. Wolfnick 1. It's a bar trolley. A bar trolley for $25 ain't bad. You can tell it's old by those weird wheels. I can make this a coffee trolley. That's what I could do. What else we got? T-shirts. I question the sanity of somebody who wears these. They're weird little sandals.
I had a ton of those read-along record books. They were great.
Yeah, it's like they don't make stuff like that anymore. They don't bother. Like, or maybe they do and I just never look into it. This is so weird. I don't think I had a lot of those. I had Alice's Restaurant because my parents were hippies. That was my read-along book. Then people wondered why we were older than our years. They're like, you're an old soul, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, but I can get anything I want at Alice's Restaurant. They're like, what? Pretty great week. I think people thought I was reincarnated or something because I just knew all this old crap. Scary clowns. That's good. Handbag. Terrible painting. Diner. Is this an authentic sign? Metal font sign. That's pretty cool. Going for that Fallout New Vegas kind of look. Yeah. Blender. That's an old blender. Look at that. Your grandfather had one of those. You press those buttons, they were like, ba-dum. That's kind of cool. Terrible shirt. Terrible pictures. Pokemon cards? My little brother found a binder of Pokemon cards at a flea market and hit the jackpot, and yes, they are real. Oh, God. Do I even want to know what they found in here? All right, who's good off the top of their head about, yeah, I had that blender. Yeah, those blenders lasted forever, dude. Oh, God, these are like, there's some Japanese ones in there. Dude, you got Ditto, you got Raichu. I don't know the prices of these offhand, but he's got a couple of glittery Japanese ones. I know, is there anything here that stands out that you're like, oh my God, that's a crazy. Make a bar trolley into a cow, computer on wheels. Oh, there you go. You got some glowy energy. Someone just became a millionaire. Are these really worth a lot, or are they just like, they're kind of worth a lot? You got a Dragonite. Ninetales. I mean, some of the Japanese ones, I don't know if they go for a lot, you know? I don't see any Charizard in here. Fat Pikachu's money, this one. It's not the red deck Pikachu. All right, keep an eye out for Fat Pikachu. Yeah, I don't know, like half these, like I rarely get to see Charizard a second. Really? Oh, this one? Oh, this shit. Yeah, this might have been the important one that you want to maybe show people. All right, well, that's cool. I mean, good for them. Yeah. I never find anything cool like that, but let's say, for those of us who know zilch about trading cards, what makes these so special? Could be about $1,000 worth of cards right there. Okay, $1,000? Yeah, I mean, assuming you could find somebody to buy them all. Some 30-year-old dude that lived with his mom bought my binder full of cards. Some older cards, Japanese ones that my older brother had for like $25 when I was 8 or 6. Oof, you're hurting. You're hurting right now. I feel it. I lost all my cards somehow when I was like 10, so I feel you. See, these are the stories. Like every generation has that story of like kids who sold off their cards. You know, where it's like the Magic the Gathering, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Before that, it was like baseball cards. Before that, it was like comic books. And then before comic books, it was other baseball cards. Back in the 50s, when grandparents used to use baseball cards to put in their spokes of their tires, and they're just using, you know, what's his name? Freaking Babe Ruth rookie cards and their spokes. You know, it's like, oh, God. Yeah. I lost my binder with the storage unit. Oh, God. See that? You should have gone in and taken out. Boom. All right. Well, no, that exists. That's pretty cool find. Bird. What else we got? Shoes. Those things. Pot. Jurassic Park. Found this Jurassic Park SUV for $1. Oh, you could have left it there. Dude, they're Matchbox cars. They basically go for $1. Satan's Masterpiece. New fad. Streaking. Brother Maze Jackson. For $1, I couldn't not get it. I think you could have. Oh, that's kind of cool. What is this? Value, village, what? Old snake necklace. That's kind of cool. Locks in there. Nice. They locked me out long before the auction. What do you mean they locked you out? You go in there, you creep through the window like a ninja. Come on. Gas mask. We have a gas mask. These things. Ugh. There's some things here that are just so hideous. Oh, is that glass? Use today's haul and making breakfast for dinner. That was that called? Radioactive glass? Yeah. 1925. Oh, God. Chairs. Something bronze. Pan. Statue. Bread maker? Question mark. Sleeping person. Media shelf. Egg lamp. Shoes. Terrible pants. Terrible poster. Movies you probably shouldn't pick up. Except for Groundhog Day. Yeah, I'm kind of running the gamut here. What do we got here? Are these animal leg lamps? That's terrible. That's terrifying. That's awful. Space Breaker, what's going on? Fax machine? Boom, 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 boom. Get rid of it. All right, 2000s nostalgia. I don't know. I'm ready for that. All right, what was I talking about here? Yeah, these were releases. There was a Peter Murphy thing we were talking about, and I think, yeah, there's the Garbage album. Garbage. That's what I'm saying. Who's the other person? Who's the other old-timey band that I was like, oh, they're coming out with another album? Death in Vegas. No, Lil Wayne. Look, Lil Sims. What is he? Pulp? The band Pulp. Holy crap. Nah, dude, I'm off. The Cure? Oh, I thought they were mixes. Yeah, I just need another remix album. Ah, God. Van Morrison. They're alive? Is Van Morrison still alive? Hole? Where do you see Hole? Is there a new Hole album coming out? Oh, my God. That can't be real. Is it? I got to look it up. Like actual Hole, the band. I'm looking. No, I'm actually curious. I just assumed they weren't making music anymore and just living off the royalties of better music. Boom, 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 boom. I don't see nothing. I know. I'll need an album title. Where to leave off? Boop. I don't know what the hell it's called. Baby Metal and Brian Eno. What? Oh, there is. Hey, there it is, Baby Metal. I didn't even get there yet. Huh. Write it down. What? See, how come all these albums got to come out when I can't hear things properly? Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, you want to hear a new Baby Metal album? Oh, that'd be. Oh, wait, no, sorry, Everything Hurts. Oh God. I'll look it up, man. Metal Fourth. All right, what is that? Yeah, I see that. All right, that's an actual thing. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna hurt my ears. Is that gonna be like a compilation album of just like all their collabs that they've been doing? I feel like that would be the route. What do you mean no audio? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's audio. Is something wrong with my hearing? Where have you been? Hyperacusis. Everything is really loud to us. Sounds are painful. Turning on a gas stove sounds like a rushing waterfall. We're not losing our hearing. It's just everything's too damn loud. Everything's too damn loud. I don't know. We're working on it. Let's see what else we got. No, I'm trying to go through things to make sure if Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Somebody's got to give me some kind of hearing. Let's see. What else we got? Bruce Springsteen. That doesn't come out till June. Oh, yeah. God. And the Hives are coming out in August, too. Oh, man. It's like every month something is going to be testing my hearing here. Are you telling me? Dude, Alice Cooper. Look. Revenge of Alice Cooper. Come on. Hailstorm. Hailstorm. Really? They didn't list... Oh, there it is. The Hives. There you go. August 29th. Beautiful. What else we got? Silverstein. All right. At least I got a couple of albums to maybe look forward to or be very sad that I can't listen to. Let's find out. Okay. Adventure Time comic, new thing coming out. We saw that. Boop. Let me change the mice here. They're all resituated the wrong way. Cooper's 2 days before my B date. Nice. It's always fun when like something comes out near your birthday because you're like, you know what? That's cool. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. Netflix will release Poop Cruise this summer. See, this is why I don't want to subscribe to Netflix. Poop Cruise. Okay, the short of it is basically it's a documentary about a cruise where basically there was issues and all the toilets overflowed. They're literally calling it Poop Cruise. Puppy 1. Nice. So yeah, if I'm not adding that to my watch list, I feel like that's going to skew my algorithm. Why though? Because Netflix. Hey, I want to make a documentary about poop cruises. Okay, sure. The fact that Looney from Claire Obscure is barefoot the whole time is not gross. It's fun. Is there really an issue with this character not having socks on in the whole game? Is it? Are people on the internet really bent out of shape that this one character doesn't have like, I mean, it's a character on a game. Does it really matter? Polygon, is this real or are you just farming? Are you farming for karma? What's happening? Blood Angel 1 bingo. Hey. I don't know. It seems silly. We talked about Nintendo basically wanting to brick your system if you do anything fun with it. So that's good. Same thing. Nintendo. These freaking things. All right. Overwatch 2 Street Fighter collab is good to sell a lot of. Don't care. Okay. Here's my absolute problem with this. One, I'm sick to death of crossovers, and it makes me a little agitated every time I see them because I feel like I've said this numerous times, but I might as well say it again. Okay. If your universe is unique in and of itself, you don't have to water it down with other franchises going in there, ruining it, and making it less valuable as a standalone entity. Okay? Fortnite could do it because, it's just, you just dump stuff on the ground. This thing, let me mute this. I am abysmally upset by the animation in this. Because whoever put this together, as far as animation goes, this is why I'm like, hand it over to AI. Just hand over animation to AI. All right, just, yeah. No, wait till the animation kicks in. Does anybody know how to animate anymore? Okay, get the flashy sequences aside. Look, I'm watching this. I'm just like, okay, look, that is awful. This is absolutely terrible. This barely quantifies as animation to my eyeballs. Are you kidding me? And a lot of people, there's going to be people out there looking at this and be like, hey, dude, that's cool. This is not good. There is so many dropped frames and lack of motion in this. I guess if you have a trained eye, this does not look at it. That is so terrible. This is awful. Who are the people who worked on this? I want to list the names because now I know who to not hire ever in my entire life because this is absolutely dreadful to me on a visual level. It's survivable, not to me. I would literally fire people. This is why I don't hire anybody. If these people who made this, every single one of them who was working on a visuals, worked on this, and they worked for me, I would fire them. Because with the amount of money Overwatch Blizzard has, there is no way they should be churning that out. There is no way. You've seen the Blizzard freaking trailers they've had. You've seen them. You've seen them. All right. This is 100 steps lower than where that needs to be. All right. And I'm not expecting them to, break out some freaking, okay, well, they're Activision. So Blizzard, I need that Warcraft quality trailer. All right. But at least be on par with the Overwatch trailers. And weren't those made by like Pixar or some crap like that? Yeah, Street Fighter 2 deserves better. Yeah. Like, there is, where's that thing where, like, what's her face running with the gun? That is just atrocious, dude. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It bothers me so much. But is this after this? Where is it? It's like they're running. Look at that. That is so terrible. It's basically like a still frame with a computerized background, kind of moving around. Let AI do this. Let AI do this. Because I've literally seen better AI do this. Oh God, it bothers me so much. Yeah. Oof. It bothers me. Worse than 90s Adult Swim. What? Reanimated Space Ghost. Here's the problem. I have, you know, there was a part of me that was irked by that era of Adult Swim animation, but I'm like, all right, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Did it need better animation? Nah. Space Ghost, did it need better animation? No. It was what it was. They were like quirky cartoons. They almost looked like they were drawn in a basement, that kind of thing. You can get away with that because that's your vibe. If you've already set the bar really high and you're Overwatch, or if you're Street Fighter and you have a series of animated movies and animations and whatever, backing your series over the last 40 years, 30 years, you got to bring something to the table. And that, to me, was not good. I know other people will look at it and be like, well, I don't see what the problem is. And I'm like, all right, fine. You like it, great. But there is definitely a lack of quality there. I can see the corners that were cut because, you know, I kind of know how it works. And I know when people are taking shortcuts. And if you should have a budget to not have to take shortcuts. It's like when we were watching that Junji Ito clip from the Uzumaki sci-fi series with those people kind of running, but not properly running and then kind of falling. And then there was like a lack of frame use and the motion of fluid. It was just terrible. And that's why I'm just like, it's got to get better or just hand it over to AI. You know, and every animator that's going to be like, oh my God, I lost my job to AI. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason. You know, and again, we are not great animators by any sense of the imagination. I don't claim to be. I'm not better than any of these people, but I do know when something is wrong visually. I'll look at something and I'll be like, that does not look right to me. I may not be able to correct it myself, but I'll be able to point it out and say, somebody fix this. Yeah. The AI CGI mess has to reach head at some point. I mean, you figured it would by now. But the stuff that's done well, like the Disney Pixar stuff, it's generic, but people are fine with it. You know, like people grew up on it. So when you see something that generic or whatever, like another Despicable Me movie or whatever, you're like, it's fine. You know, it's the animation's okay. And it doesn't look bad. There is a nice fluidity emotion there. But when it comes to this bizarre, I want to call it 2.5D animation, it looks absolutely terrible. Adventure Time had better animation. Like, and I'm not even joking about that. It's absolutely atrocious. You know, to somebody like, dude, it wasn't that bad. It's terrible. Every time I move my arm, it costs Cartoon Network $42. I'm telling you, man, AI, it's going to happen, dude. You know what's going to happen. Yeah. Reminds me of Gargoyle cartoons. I feel like Gargoyles was better animated. And I hate to be that person that keeps going back to Batman animated series, but God, some of those animated sequences in that series were freaking amazing. And you're telling me they couldn't come out with a trailer equal of that quality to a 30-year-old cartoon, dude? I'm not even asking them to break out the pens and papers and doing it on paper, you know? Like, come on, dude. There is definitely a hindrance when it comes to digital animation. You know, there is things that just don't work. And I've seen there's a lot of animators on Newgrounds who can do frame by frame traditional animation in a computer, make it look good. None of them worked on that. Oh, God. Anyway, whatever. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was done on a very tight budget. Hanna-Barbera basically let them use Space Ghost footage for free. Some original animation occurred. Zorak's voice actor actually did some of the new animation. That's fine. See, I'm fine with that. You know, it's like, all right, we're going to do this on a no budget. And you know what? Then you got to be creative. But if you already have a budget, this is always the thing. When it's like if Disney has a big budget, they should be using that budget. You know, if Blizzard has a big budget, they should be using the budget. You know, basically, Cartoon Network is like, yeah, we'll just do whatever. We'll rehash some old crap. Maybe it'll work. Whatever, sure. Okay, like $10. You know, they took a chance and became this cult freaking thing. People talk about it 30 years later. You know, that's the thing. When you're doing something like that, you know, whatever. If anything, it's like innovative at that point. But that shouldn't be the standard where it's like, well, you know what? It only cost them like $20 an episode to do Space Ghost. That's our new budget moving forward for everything. Oh, God. 90s Batman cartoons were legend. I know, that's what I'm saying. But that shouldn't be like, we shouldn't have to go back to something that's 30 years old and say, why is this so much better than current? You know? 12-ounce mouse with pitch is, I'll need $20 and some of the paper in the copiers, right? Shit. Oh, God. You haven't checked the latest Pal World news? It's about a Nintendo lawsuit. Yeah, what's going on with that then? What'd they do? Are they winning? Are they winning? Oh no, I'm gonna keep getting on Nintendo until they leave Pal World alone. Do I have to look it up now? I don't want to have to look it up. Ah, good. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah. Pal World had to remove game features because of Nintendo lawsuit, and more changes are coming. Oh, God. Okay, I'm not buying a Switch 2. Nintendo, go to hell. The ongoing lawsuit between Nintendo and Pal World developer Pocket Pair has forced the studio to make some changes. As Pokemon-like game new blog post, Pocket Pair explained that the patch in November removed certain gameplay features, and then an upcoming update will cull even more. We have to make a certain compromise in order to avoid disruption to the development and distribution of Pal World, the studio says. I started the patch on November 30th, which is most notably removed the ability to summon creatures by throwing a Pal Sphere, which is reminiscent of summoning a Pokemon, Pokeball. Yeah, like that hasn't been done in any of the game before either. Studios that other changes were made, but not specifically what they were. Changes were indeed a result of the ongoing thing. Everyone, same frustration. Fortunately, is okay. Where are we going? More changes are coming as well. Pocket Bear says the upcoming patch will change how gliding works, as gliding will be performed using a glider rather than with pals. Why? Did Nintendo say, well, you can't glide with pals because no other game ever made before Pokemon has you gliding with a creature? Ever. Ever. At all. Ever. Nintendo first filed patent infringement lawsuit September. Yeah, screw this company. Like, literally. I'm about to sell every freaking game I have. Set to release the next. Oh, look, they're going to release the next major Pokemon game, Z-Day, later this year, which won't be as good as Pal World. Hey, despite the forced changes, Pocket Pass says that we remain committed to developing Pal World and delivering exciting new content for our fans. Thank you. Even under the tyrannical law silliness that is Nintendo, they're still trying to deliver content to all the people who've been supporting their game. Thank you, Pocket Pair. I appreciate your existence, and I wish more people were like you, and I don't like Nintendo. I like the designs of your creatures better, too, because not for nothing, Pokemon hasn't had a good-looking Pokemon character design in probably 10 years. At least that's my humble opinion. Nintendo. Yeah, so a little less fun in the world because people are greedy. You're not making Pokemon better, you're just making gaming worse, right? Again, I said before, it's like, hold on. No, I feel like Pal World just, brought the Pokemon genre to the next level, and Nintendo said, hold on, you're doing a little bit better than us, and started suing everybody. And I feel like some of those patents that they quote unquote got should not have been issued, Having a battle in an open field, gliding with a creature. Are you kidding me? Anybody can find a game pre-Pokemon where you did that? Anybody ride an eagle somewhere? Yeah. So it's ridiculous. And again, this is based on, I think this is specifically Japanese laws that we're dealing with. So, hey, I don't know everything that goes on in there. And frankly, I don't care because I'm not buying anything Nintendo. So, yeah, that's it. Like, whatever. Tolkien. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Imagine. Fine, I won't get my first Nintendo machine. Dude, I mean, at a certain point, doesn't like general society say, yo, this is getting ridiculous? I mean, Nintendo, do you not have enough money? Like, at a certain point, it's just like, what are you guys doing? You already have Pokemon. You have Pokemon. You have the established brand that's been around for 3 decades. Are you really worried about Pal World that you have to sue the competition? That's what aggravates me about this. It's like, essentially, don't worry about the scraps that fall off your table when you have a feast in front of you. Is what it comes down to, It's like you are swimming in money. Like when it comes to Pokemon, and you're just like, well, get them. What? I don't know. What's next? Mining? I mean, right? What's going to happen? Yeah. See, Diamond and Pearl. Now, does this, the thing that worries about this, you know how many, I would say, Pokemon-inspired indie games are out there? Because then it becomes down to a consistency problem. Here's the consistency problem I'm going to have with this. Is, damn well there's other games out there that have similar mechanics. Whether you're throwing something to catch something, you're doing whatever, there's an open field and a battle that happens, that kind of thing. Whatever game mechanics they supposedly trademark. Now, are they going to go back and retroactively go after all these other indie developers? Or are they just going to go after the ones that are making money and doing a little bit more with a, I would say, similar interpretation of an IP than the actual IP owners? So then it just becomes like, then it's so transparently greedy and they feel threatened that they basically have to legally bully someone. And that's where I end up having a problem because they're not going to go after all these other little companies. But then it's like all these other little companies and indie devs who worked really hard on their games that may have similar mechanics. What are they going to do? Live in fear now? Oh, you can't have a game like this where you're looking for creatures or whatever. And it's like, why? Like, Pokemon will go the way of Eagles music. Interest will wane because you make it so hard to enjoy because greed. Well, that's the whole thing. When was the last time you heard anything classic rock? Why? Because, it's record companies had a stranglehold over everything. And they're like, nobody can listen to this. Nobody. It's like, then how do people know about it? And eventually people, and that's the thing now, because like people who want to make a better game of it, now they have to worry about all these weird little, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. But here's the thing. Let this be a lesson. Anybody who's getting into gaming and you're inspired by Nintendo, they won't appreciate that inspiration. Whatever you work on, if it's a Zelda-like game, imagine the Zelda game that's like Zelda, but it's better than Zelda. Okay? That comes out. All of a sudden, kicking open a chest and getting loot is gonna be a patent. Moving from one map to another is gonna be a patent. And then they're going to go after somebody. Like, seriously. I'm just saying. And no, because then it's just, stop being inspired by somebody who's just going to basically sue the hell out of you, I guess. It's, God, can we just get over this? Oh, I don't know, man. I feel like things would be a lot more progressive if people weren't so wrapped up in their garbage. I have a copyright on the letter N, and Nintendo owes me money. It's not an animal game. Be sued by Nintendo. Yeah. Classic rock stations are still around playing 60s or 90s rock and some great ones on streaming services. I released my source code. Tools out of spite. There you go. Production company of Ghostbusters was sued. What? Nintendo for claiming they used a vacuum to suck up ghosts, infringing on the movie. Really? Oh my god. I'm getting some water. It's making me depressed. Yeah. This is even worse. I'm almost out of coffee, chat. I'm out of coffee. Runs out of coffee. Number 12. I can't see what's on the screen. Is it bad? Okay, it's good. There you go. All right, I'm drinking water like an idiot. So Ghostbusters the people who made Ghostbusters were going after Luigi's Mansion. Casper used a vacuum. Ghostbusters used ionized energy. Ghost trapped in. Wow! There we go. Flutterdash card battle. All right, let's see what you got to roll better than. You got to roll better than, equal to or better. 11. Flutterdash, go. 14. Oh, nice. They did it. Hope you're proud of yourself. You beat up a little robot girl. Oh, God. What's that? Pick a number. Flutterdash. What? Flutter, number 11. All right, number 11. What's number 11? Bug attack. Go. Boom. All right, we got it. Thank you, Flutterdash. It was what called? Was 23 called? Mispronounced somebody's name. Nah, it hasn't been, but I'll just assume I did. I did do a lot of mumbling throughout all that. There you go. Nice. Now everybody's winning. A lot of holdouts. Get off me! Ah, it's in my eye. Ah! All right. I think you got it. Okay. Thank you. Where did I leave off? See, everyone just had that. Everyone had a bug attack. Oh God, what do we got? Do we have? I gotta see if I won. Hold on. Bro, you got to be kidding me. I have like everything but bingo. I didn't even think that was possible. Bacon Chainsaw won. You have 3 bingos in total. What? Boom. Everybody buy Power World. I don't know if I have their ad starts in 58 seconds. I don't know if I have their soundtrack. Maybe I'll buy the soundtrack and give more money. I don't know. We'll see. Poor Power World. Stupid food? The stupid food. Stupid food. Let's call it. Boop. All right. All right, let's refresh this. It's probably been up since 10 a.m. Farrelland won. All right, what'd you win? Let's see. A bunch of little nuggets. Frickles from BK. What, fried pickles? They have fried pickles at Burger King? What the hell is this? Is this what constitutes a meal now? 2 tiny little fried pickles and nuggets? Did you microwave that sauce in there, dude? Oh my God, what did you do? Look at you, burned it. You burned it in plastic. Appetizer? Dude, I've coughed up meals bigger than this, okay? All right, I eat too much, but still. All right, whatever. My friend made pizza. Lakota Warrior, 1 bingo. Nice. Managers have to choose to fry the pickles. Managers have to choose? I want the new mozzarella sticks from Jack in the Box. I don't have a Jack in the Box near me. My friend made pizza and just threw the whole sausage on top. Didn't even bother to slice it. That's not sausage. Those are hot dogs. That's hot dogs. That's hot dogs. I expect anybody who knows how to use parchment paper to be able to cut up know the difference between sausage and hot dogs. Really? Oh, God. Whatever. I don't got to eat it. My boyfriend's family took forever to start watching a movie, so I stuck pretzels in my sandwich while I waited. That's a big sandwich, bro. That's a big sandwich. You know what? Make this sandwich and call it the Pinhead. That'd be pretty good. You open the sandwich. Go.
Sausage, hot dogs. I've seen worst.
That is terrible. I've seen worst. Come on. Come on. That's pretty good, though. Thank you. Never have I thought to myself that pad thai would be better with cheese. Pad thai with cheese topping. Our famous mouth-watering pad thai with cheese. Try it with heat. Must try. New favorite. So, according to who? What is this? The problem with intricate presentation is someone else is always going to take it up a notch. Yeah, I absolutely don't care. Let's see. Found this on Onion Lovers. There's a subreddit for onion lovers. Oh, God. Thought it belongs here, too. What is this? Chocolate covered? Chocolate covered onions with sprinkles? That's kind of gross. Whatever. Sorry, Italy and Asia. I made meatball curry. No, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Italy doesn't own meatball. It's just meat in the shape of a ball. Okay, it's fine. A meatball that they own, but not just meatball. God, what is this? This is my snack. Is that pickle with ranch dressing? I mean, I guess. Hear me out. Pad Thai soda. Hear me out. Go to hell. Bad Italian restaurant celebrates Cinco de Mayo. Well, it's called Little Italy LLC. Come on. Let's see. Yum Yum salad. No, the guy's doing that thing. This guy's doing that thing that I hate that everybody does. Oh, look, I'm talking. Look at me. I'm talking. Shut up. I got to tell you, IRL, somebody has those mannerisms, you know? And, Conan O'Brien wants his hair back. Somebody in real life talks to me with those mannerisms. I'm literally saying, get back to me when you are not shaking about like you have a neurological disorder. And if you do, I want to see a card. And I'll just get back to them when they get on my wavelength. My Filipino cook offered me this as a dinner. What did I do to him? What? You got hot dogs and apples. You got all the vitamins and minerals in there. Watermelon egg. I don't care. Stupid burger. I've seen so much of this stuff. I'm just like, eh. Saw a short video of Japanese omelets. He's twisted it slowly with chopsticks to create a twisted tower. That's interesting. That's more like a beef stew and rice. Yeah, that was more like a stew. He'd even take the seeds out of the apples. Well, no, you got to give them a little cyanide, right? A little cyanide helps everybody. And then a pamphlet and Parkinson's treatment. Right? Oh, God. What is this? Avowitch. A turkey club with lettuce, tomato, cheddar cheese, mayo, and honey mustard sandwich between avocado halves. I've seen a lot of people doing this. Like they're trying to use like not bread as bread. Avocado is, here's the thing. If the avocado is not ripe, then it's firm enough to be used as a sandwich, which is not good because it doesn't taste good. If it's ripe to the point where you're going to want to eat it, it's going to be too mushy to use as a sandwich. So at that point, just put it all in a bowl, mix it up like sandwich guacamole. Okay? Come on. Beer chicken Pringles. Beer chicken. Out of all the beers, light beer, you went with light beer. Limited edition. Yeah, for a reason. That's real ill. Need to be 21 to buy it. I feel like the alcohol burns off when they cook them. Oh, God. What is this? Why? Just why? Star-kissed beef creation. Sloppy Joe. Dude, look at that. Sloppy Joe in a package. Yeah, you just open it up and there it is. You sloppy. Seasoned beef and sauce. 9 grams of protein, 100 calories. I don't know. I guess if you're desperate, probably want to heat that up, though. What do we got here? Only the finest butter. It's still just butter, dude. God, I hate places like this. Like, what are you doing with that? Don't give me a butter scraping and just put it on my plate like you can now charge me $45 for this. Did you see? He gave me a butter scraping. It is a scraping of butter. You know? It was cut with a sterling silver, knife from the 15th century. Dude, it's butter. When is too much pastrami on rye? Oh, I don't think there is ever. And I don't even like pastrami. That is a lot. Holy crap. At a certain point when there are no flavors left to decipher, then it's too much. Yeah. What unholy union is this? Did they just put a bunch of soda in their meat? What happened? Oh, is that coffee? Oh, no, they put coffee in there. That's probably pretty good. No, because coffee would probably lend itself to a very future one. Hey, nice. Future would, no, not future. Coffee would, I think that would work. I think it could work. If you get a smoky meat and add it to coffee, I think it would work. Watermelon pizza. No, you don't put cheese and pepperoni on watermelon. That's just a waste. I know you're trying to cut out the carbs, but you know what then? Just put all that in a bowl, without the watermelon and just eat it with a fork. Just eat it with a fork. Beef coffee. There you go. All right, what do we got? Made some turkey sushi at work. No such thing. Sliced turkey, a potato wedge, and mac and cheese. Did you cook it? This is... Look at that, big donut. Domino's giant donut. Expectations versus reality. All right, you had expectations? See, there's your problem. Oh, God. Oof. That looks like leftovers from a frat party, bro. Don't eat that. Oof. If only was there a faster, easier way to eat breakfast. Yeah, get a power bar. New Subway footlong. I think we saw this last time, right? Yeah, the sad sandwich of a wrap. This is a piece of lavish. It's a lavish. They just wrapped up a bunch of garbage in lavish. And they said, yeah, that'll be $15. How much was this? How much was this? Food crime, if there ever was one. Yeah, we saw this last time. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, but I mean, at least this is interesting. You got your beer flavored Pringles. Why? Absolutely weird. Oh, wait, no, Conan, not Brian. Hey, look, guys. Look, cheese. Okay. I just hate it. I hate the mannerisms. Because nobody is that jaunty and sporadic in real life unless they have a neurological disorder. That I can take an account to. But anybody just, because they have a camera on them, starts acting that way. There's literally I want to say a considered mannerism disorder where they're literally called like TikTok ticks. Like psychologists are looking into because everybody just, you know, they're the sum of their influences. So they essentially act and move like the people they see in TikToks because they've never examined actual human behavior. So if you have particular people with very, I don't know, erratic movements, they probably watch a lot of TikToks. Not even joking about that. What else we got here? Okay, that was your, that. All right, what's going on in gaming here? Frying pan must be tiny. I hate Subway wraps. They taste nasty. They don't have to. They could taste better. Found this on the attic of the house I just moved into. You mean in the attic? If it was on the attic, that would be on the roof. Wolfenstein 3D. Ooh, nice. And Nintendo serves the right to brick your console following unauthorized use in bid to prevent piracy. Yeah, see, we should have all known there would be a problem when Bowser got in charge, right? The kids at my street party know what's good. God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2. What happens when you just give them two colors? In Death Stranding, Guillermo del Toro appears in your shower. Yeah, that's who I want hanging out in my shower. You know, there could be little eyes on my soap. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. Good. Inscription, whatever this here. What is this? 20 years since Leroy Jenkins. Oh my God, it's been 20 years since Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins! Dude. Nintendo's already been doing that since Nintendo Wii. I don't understand what the news is here. Yeah, it's annoying and it's become tedious. That's the news here. That's the news. Everybody's freaking fed up with their nonsense. You know? Except the normies that will just devour anything that they put out. Oh, it's Nintendo, I'll buy it. Yeah, that branding doesn't work for me. I don't buy blindly. I'm not that guy. What else we got here? Claire Obscure, Direct-to-Speak, blah, 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 bureaucracy. Hold on. It would have taken 25 years to navigate all the bureaucracy in a AAA studio just to get started on the game. Yeah, I feel like America McGee kind of would agree with this. Former Rockstar Games developer reveals Grand Theft Auto 6 has been in development since 2018. Well, okay. What do we got? Safe room. All right. What game is the easiest to learn? Don't care. CD Projekt Red says the right thing to do is release a real Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge for Cyberpunk 2077, not a game key card, in message to other studios. Do not underestimate the physical edition. Oh, look at that. CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt. Look at that. The execs. They saying don't underestimate the physical edition. Don't underestimate. Yeah. There you go. See? There are people out there who cares. I considered buy Wii U when they stopped the online services so I could pirate games on it, but realized I don't care to play Nintendo games. Yeah, there's only so much that you're just like, oh, cool, I want to play this. And then you're like, oh, whatever. You know? It's, you know, again, going back to Nintendo. We live in a world where there is so much more to experience than Mario, Zelda, Metroid. They are good games. I'll give them that. They are good games. But for me personally, if I don't have a Switch or if I don't have Pokemon or whatever, there's always something to fill the void, as it were. There is no such thing as a void anymore. You know, like when a company would be like, well, you know, we're not going to put this whatever out, blah, blah, blah. That void is filled up instantly by something else. There are thousands upon thousands of games released every month that people can sample and put their time into without having to worry about whether their thing's going to get bricked or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it doesn't, everything is, there's just so much. There's so much that nothing has value. There's no leverage there. There's no intellectual property leverage. Like, oh, well, you know, we're Nintendo, but we got Super Mario Brothers. Oh, wow, a platforming game with somebody bonking his head on a brick. Okay, let's see if I can find another one of those games on Steam. Oh, wow, look, this one looks a lot more interesting, and, you know, the character's clothes come off each time it hits a brick. I think I'll buy that, add to cart. You know, we're in a different world now. Nintendo's still using fax machines. The duality of the PlayStation Store. Trending. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go with the brain rot. Brain rot. Stop. Saying to prevent piracy sounds like a cop-out just to be bleep with fake reason. Well, Nintendo's whole thing is always like, oh, piracy's bad. And yeah, it is to a certain extent. But there's a fine line between piracy and preservation, which we already talked about earlier. So it's like, I get it, you know. And, you know, as a person who makes things, there is no acceptable losses because, you know, when your budget is small, especially if you're an indie thing, every sale does count. But Nintendo, it's like, you know, there's always going to be somebody who's going to bootleg the stuff, whether they want them to or not. You know, but now they're just like, well, we're going to take it out on all the people who are, you know, legitimately trying to just do something fun with their stuff. What's going on here? Giant Bomb has new owners. Giant Bomb is still around? Oh my God. Okay. Brink. Day 2025. What? I guess day 1 edition. What the hell was Brink? That came out? Just remember how long it took Nintendo to do to move on from cartridge games. Yeah, they're still using cartridges. Like literally, new console comes out. Cartridge. Here's a cartridge. It doesn't have the game on it, but it's still a cartridge. At least that's progress, right? It's the gateway to just being all digital. Power developer says Pokemon lawsuit will prompt more disappointing changes as it continues to dispute claims. Oh God, this is just horrendous to me. You know. Co-op game recommendations. No. What's a common game mechanic that you intentionally never use? Crafting. Using third person in Oblivion way more than any other Elder Scrolls. Good. Eli and Joe's don't care. Which mini? Don't care. I will stop the Oblivion crisis with the don't care. Got some Chrono stuff. Xenogears. What game are you? Don't care. Build my own little arcade. Really little. Don't care. What else we got here? Games that pulled you in so much you let everything else out. What? Don't care. Yeah, I'm in don't care mode. All right, yeah, I've seen all this. Boop. What else we got here? Oh, 90s stuff. I'll see if I'm in the mood for that. Piracy will win in the end, but convenience kills piracy more than DRM. Yeah, people just want to make stuff convenient. Like, in all seriousness, you just kind of want to just have stuff available. But, what is this? Fear or no fear? 90s kids. 40? I don't get it. I'm going to give you the Retro Futurist Lounge. Don't care. Pro Wrestling Legend Sabu. See, who's Sabu? I didn't know who Sabu was. He died. Oh, I thought he was missing fingers, too. They're just really close together. He did. 60? What's the best debut album of the 90s? I almost don't want to look at the comments because if somebody says Nirvana's Nevermind, I'm going to punch him in the head. It wasn't their first album. Glover, PS1, dude. The remaster of this is on GOG. You're afraid of turning 40 when you're young. Oh, that was a thing. You're afraid of turning 40. I thought every kid wanted to grow up. Like, I can't wait till I'm older so I can do whatever I want. I could be the person with the gun shooting at the dinosaurs instead of being eaten by them. That's how I look at that. Let's see, what do we got here? I will never get sick of this song. So many memories. Like that really cool video with the googly eyes. My only Gen Z kid that grew up with 90s media. No, I think every Gen Z kid had a bit of 90s media. Greg Martin, Sonic the Hedgehog illustration print. Yeah, that's right. Classic, don't care. What's that? No. Power Rangers, no. What's happening here? Kirby's Adventure. Super Nintendo Kirby Adventure Cats, Friends and Ghosts were something else. Yeah, for somebody else. All right, 2000s. Moving on into the future. Really good hardcore wrestler, no matter where he wrestled, always, what? Look up one of his matches. I've been watching too much Japanese wrestling. This guy. All right, so he's got Christmas. What do we got? Need a double cheeseburger. Hold the lettuce. Okay, good. Childhood toys. 8 simple rules. Yeah, 1, don't watch the show.
It's Olade. Destroy them all with kawaii hugs and
Thank
tricks.
you. Alexander Davenport rated. You know what that means? That helps a bingo. Where is that? Or is it? Where's the bingo? Where's the bingo raid? Oh, did it automatically get called? Oh, there it goes. Did it. Hey, thank you. You helped. You helped us get a bingo thing. I don't know if it helped me. There you go. Caterpillar 901. Hey, hope you're doing well. I got nothing. I still don't have bingo. Still don't have bingos. You got 4 bingos now. How? I don't even have 1. How do you have 4? Dude, I'm not even on the leaderboard anymore, bro. Okay, this I got to see. Here's what I need. Here's what I need. And welcome, everybody. We're just going through some Reddits. We're going to see what this person thinks the best albums of the 2000s were. Oh, God. Songs for the Deaf, Queens of the Stone Age. Oh, God, really? That's one you can consider one of the best from the 2000s? It was all right. Oh, God, I'm kind of iffy about that. We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, Modest Mouse. That was a decent album. I'll give them that. Say It Like You Mean It, The Starting Line. I actually never heard that album. Didn't realize you to post correctly. I have to go to Toxicity. Toxicity, that was 2001, right? Yeah, that would count. Dude, Toxicity was no joke, dude. Demon Days, Gorillas, yeah, that's pretty good. Strokes. I didn't get into them. They weren't great. I was more into, like, as garage rock stuff, I was more Hives. At the very least, Libertines. I would have listened to them before that. Kid A by Radiohead. That was 2000s? What was that? 52, 54, number 9. Give me 3 more bingos. Wow. Lateralis Tool. All right. Death Cab for Cutie. God, one of the last albums I bought at a freaking Barnes and Noble was, I think, Death Cab for Cutie's Plans album. That's a really good album. That's a good album. Outcast. Yeah, Outcast is going to be, I don't know if they got in, but they were being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Weird. Hybrid Theory. All right. There you go. Mad Villainy is a great album. Bleed America. That was Jimmy Eat World. American Idiot. Oh, yeah. Like, at the thrift store, bro, we literally saw winner. Hey, Andrew. 1 stream bingo. Nice. I guess, you know, Green Day is very politically minded, so they'll speak their mind when they feel the need to. But apparently, I guess that ticked off somebody because I literally saw every Green Day album in the thrift store. Like, literally, somebody just got rid of all their albums, and they're like, I hate you, Green Day. I don't know, they must have said something that rubbed them the wrong way, but I'm like, dude, it's like literally, and some like weird stuff you wouldn't expect, like the B-side collection. There's some demos and rarity disc and stuff. I'm just like, wow, dude. They were upset, apparently. Dookie is their best album, and I'll fight to the death for that. Yeah, I think track by track, you're probably right. Maybe. Funeral, Arcade Fire. Never liked Arcade Fire. Hybrid Theory. Somebody already said it. Arctic Monkeys. Thank you. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Yep. Need 5 more for full card. Bump, bump, bump. Song for the Deaf, Queens of Stone Age. All right. Yeah, there's some good choices here. I can't really argue with that. But oddly enough, nobody put the White Stripes in there. Or the Hives, damn it. Vindy Vicious. Was that, I think that was late 90s. Or that could have been 2001. I'm thinking Tyrannosaurus Hives. I don't think there's a Hives album I dislike. I think the majority of them are good. Maybe the first one's a little shaky because it's very raw, but what the hell is this? Midge and Baby. Who the hell's Midge? Now, who the hell's Baby? Who the hell's Midge and Baby? Calling all fans of 2000 Pops. Well, I'm not included in that. Sin City. Dude, Sin City, man. Remember Sin City? Where they made black and white movies based on comic books and they were artsy. And Bruce Willis had a tie. And this guy's yelling, yeah, babe, we're on a pier. What the hell, man? I don't even like fishing. Well, you're going to be fishing. Okay. What were your favorite CBS shows of the 2000s? None of them. I didn't watch any of this crap. What the hell is Yes, Dear? What is Still Standing? Apparently not, because that got canceled. Survivor, please no. Big Brother, go to hell. Amazing Race. Yeah, you notice a theme here, right? 2 terrible sitcoms and a bunch of reality shows are trash. 2.5 Men. Oh, God. Big Bang Theory. God, that got old fast. And, yo, this one and this one, these two here, why are they trying to shill mobile games and commercials right now? These two. Are we at that point where we just, did you not wisely hoard your money? Are you kidding me? Mobile games? I literally, everybody, mobile games, the two of you with the mobile games. Why would they need money? God. Rules of engagement. Rule number 1, don't watch a show. How I Met Your Mother. You don't want to know. NCIS. There's so many of them. Who cares? What did I just say? Criminal Minds. Oh, basically the other one. Another CSI. Another CSI. The Unit. The Guardian. Ghost Whisperer. Numbers. What the? I didn't even heard this show. The Mentalist. Well, so you should be under observation. The District. God, a lot of these are whatever. Wonder Pets. Yeah. This Little Moment. I don't care. Katy Perry. Bubble Tape. I feel like this is the best. This was 80s, though. This wasn't even 2000s. Who remembers bringing this out and having to cut everyone the same size piece? No. I said, this is mine. Get the hell away from me. 2000s Monk House. It's like, there you go. Yeah. Then there's the bubble jug. It's a jug of bubble gum, bro. It's basically sugar bubble gum. Ghost Whisperer was okay, though it did get kind of creepy when her husband... Yeah. Even if you put redacted, you're pretty much spelling it out. Did anyone else watch what? Delta State? No. What was your favorite model of the Toyota Camry? A Toyota? Higgletown Heroes? No. Bear in the Big Blue House. Ah, God. Ain't it funny? No. 2006 After School Starter Pack. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ah, there we go. Something I can relate to. Finally. Jason X. Dude, you're getting a 4K here. Jason X in space, bro. He's in space. I never heard that show. Yeah, there's a lot of shows on here. It's just like, we didn't have cable till like 2005, and we had it for about 3 years, and then I just didn't care when we even had it, so we got rid of it. Oh, God. No, I'm not going through the whole nostalgia thing here. No, not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. No, I'm not dealing with that. 500 Days of Summer. That's a whole year. That's over a year. There's no place there. It's summer all year. Photos of Michael Cera. Oh, look, it's little baby Scott Pilgrim. Oh, God. Management. Other management. My Name is Earl. That was fun for a little while. Pretty good. Jason X with the sleeping punching bag. That was pretty good. What else we got? People. I don't know. All American Rejects. Can't disagree with that. Yeah, not going on here. Harry Potter. Remember DVD menus? Oh, God. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, God. Yeah, that rounds that up. No, really? I think we're just going to leave it on this. Look at that. Oh, man. I like My Name is Earl. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's had its moments. Yeah. I feel like after a while, every show gets a bit like, all right. Boo, boo, boo. Boom. All right. So what is it? Do. So who's doing what today? For people who came in here new, are you doing anything for Mother's Day? Did you call your mom? Did you call your mom? Did you like, yo, mom, what's up? Black Viking 1, 81 bingo. I miss DVD menus. Yeah, DVD menus were fun. Oh, you got to go down and then over and then over and then you hit it and then it'll take a second. And then it may or may not play previews and you're like, ah, good. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I can see my mom in a bit. All right, cool. There you go. Where's Mama Dawn? Dawn was, I don't know, Dawn's doing Dawn things. I know. But she and my dad were on the front. Yuki has Mother's Day on March 15th. Yeah, but isn't it Father's Day somewhere? Where was it in Father's Day? I don't know. Mother's Day dinner tonight. Have cards. You get some flowers. Nice. Birthday is tomorrow. Oh, my God. Really? You got it the double whammy, huh? You know, just get it all out of the way at once. Be like, it's Mother's Day. It's your birthday. It's all the same thing today, all right? I got to work tomorrow. Romania. Ah, there you go. Father's Day don't apply to me. Yeah, but still, you have a pet? You have an animal? You know? There's also fur moms and fur dads, you know? Birthday was Friday. Friday, nice. What did I get, Pauline? I don't know, my ever-glowing presence. I mean, what else is there? She called me. I didn't call her, okay? No pets in my apartment. Well, find one. It's got to be a little spider somewhere. I got older on Tuesday. My mom's was in February. Nice. Voice of the Moon Bear, the Big Blue House was the same chick who was in Carmen Sandiego. Really? Whatever happened to Carmen Sandiego? Did they like reboot that show? I think they were trying to make a movie, but they never did. I talked to my mom just now. She's pretty chilly. All right, cool. There you go. I know some moms just chill on Mother's Day. Some people expect stuff. Some others don't want to be bothered at all. Yeah. Nope what? Nope what? Nope what? Nope what? Said happy Mother's Day to stepmom. She wished it to my mom who's no longer with us. Oh, there you go. Good vibes. There you go. Couldn't celebrate it, but my cold turned out to be COVID. No! Fine since last Sunday. Oh, there you go. Well, you know what? Have a do-over, like later in the month. Game show was left in the 90s. Which game show? Had fish. They got flushed. Fish! They're in a better place now. Finally, a Halloween one. Beautiful. Nice. Good job. I didn't know there was a Halloween cat. Nice. Thank you. Did they ever kill the fish or did it die? I don't know. I'm fur mom. There you go. 2 cats. Nice. Friend put me onto your Twitch. I've been a fan of your cartoons forever ago. Glad to see you're still going. Still going. As long as the powers that be wield it. So, well, whatever. New episode's posted last Friday. Why do we have a new episode every other week? It's insane. It's been like 20-something years, bro. Take a day off. Thank you and welcome. We're usually here Sundays and Wednesdays, probably Wednesday night. That's when you get to see Steve. VTuber. It's crazy. Blah. Usually 5 o'clock Eastern. Okay. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I don't know. What if she's not in this world? What if Bezos put her on a rocket and threw her to the moon? Bear from Bear and Big Blue House was on Hollywood Squares with Macho Man. My God, that should have been a warning for pop culture, right? Like, I don't know. That's like having Teletubbies and Hulk Hogan on Hollywood Squares. It's like, what the hell's happening here? Said it happened. Glad it was this time. Yeah. Where in Space is Carmen Sandiego? Wait, that's also a game too? Where in Space is Carmen Sandiego? That's a little broad, right? It's not like being on a planet. At least you can narrow them down. GPS, throw them in space. They're gone forever. Whatever. Mantis Combat takes all year or more for each episode. Still Flash, highly animated. Oh, there you go. I don't think we got that kind of clout, though. Go. 65 months practice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're doing well on this Mother's Day. Mother. Right. At the very least, you can listen to Danzig's Mother today, okay? That's usually the go-to everybody goes to. Do we have that? I think I could cue it up. Probably do. Okay. Having a cookout. Oh, nice. There you go. They get to relax while my hubby cooks. Play with my nieces and nephews. Oh, there you go. Nice. Dude, barbecue. It's actually good weather, at least where we are, locally. Dude, weather's actually nice. I may actually go for a walk. I doubt it. But maybe I'll look outside the window. The birds are too loud to me now. The birds are too loud. Let's see. Cartoon early 2000, but nothing beats, what? PBS fame show. PBS. Remember PBS? Game show. Hogan body slams, tipsy. It's 85 here. 85. Wow, that's ice cream weather. Everybody get ice cream. Everybody get ice cream. Holy crap. It's really cloudy here. Well, that's just you. That's you in your morose mood. You're making it cloudy. You're affecting the weather with your psychic number picking. But I don't know. Imagine listening to Foamy's mother. I think you would have to. There's no way around it. As you get older, mate, everything gets too loud. Yeah, not at this level. Oh God. Slappy squirrel. Don't be jealous. What do you mean don't be jealous? I might get ice cream later. I probably won't. Let's see. The last 3 days highs were 80, 78, and 75. I think we only had one day that was like 80 something. And it was like, yeah, it's all right. It was just enough to tick the bees off to get us to, not go outside anymore. A lot of the old Carmen San Diego PC games are free abandonware. Yes! Like the Beavis and Butthead point-and-click games. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Some of those were done really well, apparently. I was watching somebody play one on Twitch, and I was like, holy crap, these were pretty intricate for the time. You had cowtails earlier. What happened to the rest of the cow? That was like all these cows just wandering around, tailless, not being able to shoo the flies that swarm around them. It's all your fault. 60 here. Oh, that's even nicer. Got to go drop off a check, repair bill. Oh, God. Yo, paying bills, worst. No, try not to do them. I put them off to the last minute now. Really enjoyed the word of time. Carmen San Diego and Apple. It was too big for the... Really? It was too big? Huh. This game is just too big. 71. Nice. I don't know. I feel like we should be going outside and enjoying something. Can we even do that anymore? I don't know. I'll put my head out the window and see how loud the air is. If you came here late, hyperacusis, look it up. It's long-winded, so just yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I got to pay off the roof starting next month. Just barely doable. I have to buy stuff after. Yeah, you buy stuff way after that's done. Roofs are not inexpensive. Nah, man, we knew somebody who had to get a roof done. Oh, my God. They were like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm like, don't look at me, dude. Yeah, dude, they're expensive. They are out of, like, I can't imagine. Dude, I wonder if that's going to, oh, God. Imagine having to do repairs now. If not, forget the new roof. Just repair it. Get some Flex Seal up there. Because the roof is expensive. You'll be good for 20 years. Do they have warranties for like 50 years? I want something that's going to be, I want a warranty that's going to be around so long that I'll be dead before I care. In July, it'll be over 120 degrees high, around, 100 low. According to who? Where? Where are you, Death Valley? Anonymous Scully!
Good evening. Good vibes.
Good evening. I need water. I'm going to choke. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. 35 moons. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had to ruin it. Close. Arizona, Death Valley is hotter. See, there you go. Arizona, Death Valley, it's all death. It's all death. 80K is complete before the brother. No way, forget it. Oof. Dum, bum, 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 bum. I don't know. Everyone's got their day plan. We still have stuff to do. We do. We do, chat. We do have things to do. We have phone calls to make again. And then we got other things to do. I know, maybe we'll pick up cake. All right, here's the thing, right? If your mom's like on a diet and they're real strict about it, are you going to bring them cake for Mother's Day? Are you supposed to do that? Because we later asked, I'm like, yeah, you want us to pick up something? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. I am trying. I've been real good about not getting cake. I'm not doing any of it. You know, that kind of thing. And if you do it, I feel like they'd be happy, but then angry about it later. I'm just about to pick up poison. Spray the lawn. Spray the lawn. Oh, mosquitoes. Yeah, the mosquitoes. Phone calls suck, but every near phobia of making phone calls. Oh, I'd rather talk to somebody on a phone because I can roll my eyes and they don't see it. That's always the good thing. No, because I'm really good at keeping my tone and pretending I'm interesting while I'm literally just, oh yeah, no, that's really interesting, yeah. Oh, no, that's great, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's good, keep going. Dude, it's like, what? Call your mother. Oh, well, we already called. I'm just saying. Mom makes a better cake than any store. This is true, but she's not going to be in the mood to bake. And you don't want me baking, okay? Because then you're going to end up with these weird coffee peanut butter cookies, and they're going to be like, well, those were interesting. You know, that kind of response you get when you make food. Yeah. I don't know. Phone calls are fine. I don't like waiting there. That's what I don't like. I wouldn't take a dieting mom a cake. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. How often do you roll your eyes on stream then? Kind of depends on who's here. Bloody Angel, you here? I'm kidding. I just had to. I don't know if you had appropriate eye tracking for Steve, it would probably come up, you know, once a stream. Every once in a while, somebody says something in chat, and I'm just like, really? Okay.
Keep the cake in your car. If she brings it up, you can bust it out.
It might melt in the car. I'd have to get like a cannoli cake or something. While I was at work, my mom met with my sis, and they took flowers. Bananas grave. Oh,
Hope
there you go.
People have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Hey, there you go. Sifting Ace, thank you. 109 moons. Thank you. I appreciate. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. All right, before we go, hold on. Let me do this. Getting back to easy mode. All right. First things first, because for those who aren't keeping up, boom. All right, what we are trying to do, we got the Island series out, all right? Just so you're up to date on things. We're going to try to get the Chibi series up next. So for people who want it, because there are some episodes that aren't on YouTube, because YouTube's YouTube, and they took stuff down. Because, I don't know, apparently stuff is whatever. So this is out. That one's going to be out. We're going to be working on the reboot series to get those up there, and then the sketch series after that, and then the current series after that. We have a backlog of work to do. We're trying to work on that because it's not as audio intensive for our ears quite yet. New album of that weird stuff that we've been doing, so that's out. So just keep that in mind. Music is going to be taking a back seat a little bit because we got to focus on the cartoon stuff. All right, so we're going to be doing that. Boom. What? That's it. What? It's on Itch and Gumroad. Yeah, I think most of that stuff. God, yeah, it's like after a while, because we had so much content over like 20 years, it's like I don't even know what YouTube took down. Like I would literally have to go, you know, video by video and be like, oh, is this still here? Is that still here? Oh, no, they took that down. I don't know, whatever. But, you know, they are what they are. I'm trying to get them where they need to be. But everybody, one, we got to figure out who we're going to raid. Who's on right now? Who's doing a special Mother Day stream? All right, somebody's got to be doing something, right? Can I just alt tab to where I need to, please? My God. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. Who be streaming on this Mother's Day? It's weird. Every once in a while when I look through streamers, there's always like, God, in the last couple of years, there's like 3 or 4 streamers I followed that all of a sudden started to get into covering politics. And I literally don't watch them anymore because I'm just like, no. I go to Twitch to avoid the world, not be inundated by it. Zograd is on, a game about digging a hole. And EB Demon's on, doing streaming. We raided EB Demon the last 2 times. So we're going to have to do Zograd. So I figured might be a thing to do. Unless somebody else be on? Question mark. They're digging a hole, though. So that could be interesting or could not be. Where's their Sunday Legos, man? Where's their Sunday Legos? All right, well, let me get that set up. All right, so here's what we're doing. Boom. All right, everybody, do something for Mother's Day, all right? Call your mom, talk to your mom, send a prayer up to your mom, or if they were terrible, down to your mom, wherever they might be. You know, it is Mother's Day, and, you know, whether you get along with them or not, hey, they still your mom, you know, that kind of thing. Also, if you're a fur mom, then there you go. Get yourself a treat. You know, if your pets are alive, dude, you did a good job. Good job. Yeah, I don't know. Do something fun. Do something fun. Get yourself. Remember, we went through the days. One of it was eat whatever you want day. I'm not even joking. That was an actual holiday. Eat whatever you want day. What do you want? Go eat it. That's it. That's your mission. That is your mission. Nay, your homework, your duty, your calling. If you want. Dawn will be streaming tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. For those who are new here, exclamation Dawn, you know, takes you right to the channel. They do also bingo and all sorts of stuff. I don't know who's new here or not. I don't know. I don't keep up with anything going on here. What was the other weird thing? They'll be on Tuesday, then we'll be on Wednesday, and then I think Thursday, nothing's happening. Friday? What's happening Friday? Something's happening Friday, right? I know Dawn streamed, but I think we had to do something. I think we're posting something Friday. I don't freaking know. All right, whatever. We're doing something. No, well, it's all ear dependent too. So it's like if my ears are shot and everything's super sensitive, then I ain't doing crap. But you know what? Oh, more comic stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to start working on more comic strips just so it's using a pen and pencil isn't as loud. So we'll work on that for a bit. Everybody playing Minecraft right now. Hey, there you go, playing Minecraft. Still have more of my Easter chocolate rabbit. You still have chocolate from Easter left, dude? That was what? Congratulations on self-control. We have none of that here. If there is chocolate, it is gone. We're like the David Blaine of chocolate. Now you see it, now you don't. You know, it's gone. It's insane. You don't want pumpkin pie. It's bad for you. That's the narrative I'm putting out. Getting more games. Get more games. Games everywhere. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Play Pal World. All right, let's go. We got our outro music happening, which hopefully will work. I don't know. Windows Update messed up all the sound settings. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Everybody, again, do something fun this week. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Even if you're a mom, dad, there are those single dads out there. They should still get Mother's Day accolades. All right? Double down. There you go. I don't know. Do something fun. All right, let's go see what Zograd is doing right after whatever we're doing.
Thanks for the stream.
Oh, I almost dropped the thing.
Have a good week.
There you go. Thank you. I still didn't win bingo. I had to eat on stream to win bingo. Now I'm ending the stream and I'll get something to eat. It's ridiculous. I'm a bingo loser. Bingo loser.